This episode of the We Like Shooting Show is brought to you by Brownells, Midwest Industries, X-Tech Tactical, Safe Life Defense, Gideon Optics, Night Vision, Blue Alpha, and Bowers Group.
Sean, Aaron, and Jeremy too. Savage and Nick, bringing it to you. Talking guns and having fun. We like shooting. We're out of control, son. We like shooting. We love the sound. Crazy.
Welcome to We Like Shooting, episode 577. Our cast tonight is Jeremy Posderick from Rivers Edge Tactical in Valley City, Ohio. We have the Machine Gun Moses, Aaron Krieger checking in and sticking around with us as always. We have a great guest replacing the passed away and dead and rotting Nick Lynch. That is Jeremy Dedman from X-Tech Tactical. My name is Sean Heron, and I will lead you on a crazy adventure. Come with me, and you'll see a world of true imagination. What's happening? How's everyone doing?
I'm scared.
Why?
that yarn you just spun is like fucking what? Is this the beginning of Narnia and shit? I mean, we have to go. I mean, Jeremy's already in the closet. I'm not going in there with him.
It's not Aslan. It's just ass man. I don't like it.
Follow the lion. Yeah,
I don't want it.
That's how Nick died.
Yeah, exactly. Jeremy, how's it going, man? What's up?
No, give him another name. This is gonna get too fucking confusing.
I'm gonna call him. No, I'm gonna call you
Dwarfy McDorfenstein.
Well, I don't know. He's not short.
No, he's
Not
like
short.
he's like actually like a normal sized human.
He is. Yeah.
Like when you picture man, I think like average man. That's me. Like
Right.
good, bad. Take it any way you want. I'll just
Average
stay
is
up.
like 5'9". That's short.
No,
I'm taller
average
than
is
that.
5'10", actually.
I'm taller than that too. So
Yeah, you
I
are.
guess I'm a marginally above average human.
So
Yeah.
I had a guy at work to me say the other day, I was going to make fun of you for being short because he's like super tall, but he's like, you're not short, you're just not tall, you're average. I'm like, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
you can't make
not
fun of my
average.
height because it's actually literally I'm an average height human.
Yeah. I'm normal. You goddamn war orc.
Well, I mean, average would be 5'9", 180. So you're not average.
I'm above average in
You're-
every.
You're
Fucking
fat.
way. Yeah.
Wow. That's how it's going to be there, big tits.
Yeah, you can make a bounce fucking just by walking.
Yeah, You better be careful there, Hoss. Put your own eye out.
Yeah,
Goodness
shit.
gracious. Well-
Okay, so we have Jeremy, which is X-Tech Jeremy, and then we have Jeremy.
We have good Jeremy and bad Jeremy,
Okay, I like that.
and we'll see. Jiminy Christmas. Jeremy, X-Tech Jeremy, I think you're going to have to watch out because it seems like they're attracted to you in the chat.
That's just send like I'm kind of like the OnlyFans, but just go to xtechtactical.com and buy stuff and
It's like pornography, but
The new marketing has his feet
Yeah.
in all the pictures.
that would be bad. That would be bad. Although some of the pictures that got to our website last month were like the grip extensions for the hands, and I'm like, guys, cut your fingernails before you play hand mount. That's pretty gnarly.
Wash your fingers.
I saw an ad the other day, and I swear to God, they had a homeless guy hold the gun. I was
Dude.
like, I don't know what is going on with the fucking Falcon over here, but it's getting ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I've met your makeup person. Like, I know you know, like when you're getting photographed, they're gonna zoom in. Like,
Yeah.
Take some time to make that mug look good. You know, it's like you gotta trim your nails, get the manicure kit out. You know,
No, you don't even need to do that. Photoshop now
wash your hands.
generative AI. You could literally just highlight the goddamn vampire claws and say like normal fingernails or something. And yeah,
No.
maybe you'll get something good and maybe you'll get something bad, but it is
Yeah,
crazy.
Just I don't know. Human awareness is shocking sometimes.
It's scary. It's scary. Well, let's get right into it here.
Brownells.
Well, I just happened to go to Brownells and I typed in X-Tech Tactical. And look at all this. They got like a ton of stuff here.
Yeah, but do they have big boxes that I can carry firearms in, Sean?
I don't think so. Jeremy, did you know that Brownells is stolen and selling a bunch of your product?
You know, they never return my calls, so I don't know what to say other than that. You know,
And it's in stock too, which is even more crazy. Yeah, I
they're
think
great.
you should file suit.
They're, I just, Pete's super nice. He is average height, so he's not intimidating. So I typically get along better with people that I'm taller than. So
I think
would
he's of
support Pete.
I think he's of sub-average height, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I would not disagree.
Yeah,
very
he
likable
could
human.
buy and sell Aaron and I like 75 times over. So maybe we'd just
Yeah. Oh no, he's above average of wealth, but sub-average of height. So yeah.
Aaron's literally DMing him all the time trying to sell him his. Never mind.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, feed picks are actually feed picks. They make money.
Yeah,
Trying to-
Pete. I'm shocked that Pete has a cell phone. I thought he had people. I didn't know he had a cell phone.
He's got
Yeah.
people.
Oh, I'm like 6 layers beneath Pete at this point. I'm still working my way up.
Like the uber wealthy, they don't even have phones. Like I think that's where Pete would be by now. But I guess he's.
I don't have a phone either, but it's because I'm the opposite of uber wealthy.
I mean, you've got a phone, it just doesn't have service.
Right.
Unless he's on
Not with
Wi-Fi.
phone.
Do you have Wi-Fi service at the library?
Your kid flushed the SIM card down the toilet. But yeah, Aaron, what's that first product right there at brownells.com? I think Aaron may have frozen. For those who don't know, this is the X-Tech Tactical Adjustable Tactical Grip, which is Aaron's favorite grip on the face of the planet. Did you know that, Jeremy?
I did not, but
Yeah.
it makes sense.
He talks about it all the time and has for like years and years and years and years. You guys still sell those, right?
Oh yeah, this is the 2.0, heavy texture version you're looking at there. So
It's very nice. Yeah, I like these too. I have these on many firearms, but just all kinds of stuff. If you're looking for good stuff, like great companies like X-Tech Tactical, you can go to brownells.com, use coupon code WLS10. If your order's over $150, you'll save some money. I think Aaron froze or died. One of those. I think you're going to have to get a restraining order against the watcher. He said X-Tech Jeremy has adjustable angles for your pleasure.
yeah, I feel like I know this person for some reason.
I'm like,
trying to figure out
yeah,
where.
Apparently this is now a hookup show. So that's what we do.
mean, got a few restraining orders going, but I just don't know which one this qualifies under. So.
Exactly. Yeah, let's talk about some gear here real quick. Jeremy P and I both got some new pieces from Midwest Industries, and I brought mine, so I get to talk about it, and he doesn't. But Midwest Industries launched their suppressor handguard for the MP5.
Fucking fire, dude.
Dude, it's so good. So good. I freaking love it. This is totally gonna get us kicked off YouTube, by the way.
Did you have like, were you like scratching your fucking head on how to get the fucking angle of that thing in there at first?
Yes.
Like I had to stop and read the directions because I was like, I put it on there and then tried to put it in and that didn't fucking work. Then I tried to put it in and put the thing on there and that didn't fucking work. And I was like, I had to like put it in there and then put the gun over, but it had to like fall down a little. Then I had to like use a Allen key to like wedge it back up there.
I put it on every single way except the right way.
Right.
I had to take it apart like 9 times. And Angel walked in the room and she's like, "What are you yelling about?" I was like, I just things, I can't get it on right. And she's like, "Did you read the directions?" I was like, "No."
Fuck you, woman.
And then she's like, "Maybe you should." And I was like, "Well, I mean, yes, but anyway, I read the directions and it was actually very easy. I just couldn't do it." So what makes this cool is that it is a normal MP5 handguard like the one that I had from Midwest Industries before, but this one extends out past the front sight and the inner diameter of the front portion is bigger, 1.8 inches, by the way. And that means that you can tuck your suppressor back in the handguard. So on mine, I have my Surefire Scout Light, which is IR because my MP5 machine gun is also set up for night stuff. I can run white light on it. And it was actually, I'm running it down at about 5 o'clock just because that's nice and out of my way. I've got my switch running at 3 o'clock. And I got to say, this is my favorite configuration of my MP5 yet. The cool thing is because the can is close, this is a War Dog canine from Bowers Group, and you can't get normal M-Lock down in there. However, we've got the what do you call it? The Kinetic Development Group, their quick M-Lock that goes right in super, super easily. So now not only do I have all the M-Lock around the normal handguard, but even the front portion with the suppressor, using the Kinetic Development Group stuff, I can even put more attachments on. So I'm going to get crazy.
I have a hand stop on the bottom of mine that went in pretty well. But the War Dog K9's fatter than the Verse 9S, I think.
It is. Well, no, they're actually the same. Remember? We
Okay. Oh, that's right. It's right.
But yeah, Jeremy, what?
Oh, I'm thinking the Fat Cat. The Fat Cat's fat as fuck.
Yeah. The War Dog K9 is like 1.7 something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it. Jeremy D, what do you think? Do you like MP5s?
I do. I enjoy them. You guys are giving me fucking PTSD from your lack of instruction reading. That's the only phone calls I ever get at X-Tech is your shit doesn't fit. I'm like, did you read the instructions? They're like, fuck you. And then I hang up, and then now I just go, did you ask it? I just tell them to ask their wife for help. I used to say, ask your 12-year-old. Now I just go, ask your wife. She'll
right.
fix it.
Yeah. It was pretty funny.
No, I think it's a great setup. I really do. I mean, I shot some pigs with some with an MP5 SD in with AP rounds in Houston with Charlie Melton a couple of years ago, and
nice.
I wanted one ever since. I just won't pay, $35,000 for the real thing.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but a full auto trigger sear can be picked up legally for like $400, and then you could get like a PTR, which requires no modification, for like $1,800, and then you have to modify the trigger pack just a little bit to get it to fit. But like that's in like a crazy World War scenario in Minecraft.
Yeah,
I like the ends. I think it's part of like with that logic thing. It's and then where you can take it. It's like a South Park episode.
Exactly.
And then
right.
Does anyone make mag extensions for MP5s? That'd be sick.
They don't, but if you want to fund it, Sean, now that you're balling out $60,000, I'll get you them as many as you want. You can take a bath in them.
Am I balling out?
I mean, they
it's
make
all relative.
Yeah.
40.
Sean's got 12-inch balls, dude.
Dr. Kai, we got the doctors back in the house, so I think he could. I'm looking for investors for an MP5 extension. Let's do it.
All right, I'm in. $5.
I got 2370.
Yeah, no,
23.70.
$60K. You can have all the extensions you want.
You
really?
You
Are you like?
just,
Oh, go ahead.
they just make 40 rounders.
We can make 60 rounders.
Well, they have a 50-round drum.
I have that.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
How does a drum feed an MP5 with that angle?
It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
surprisingly. Ugh.
Magpul makes a 50-round drum that works really well, actually.
Too bad X-Tech doesn't make a drum.
X-Tech doesn't make any drums.
60K,
I can't keep a beat, so it's hard for me to make drums.
I'm going to be honest.
Oh, you're that kind of white people?
I'm totally white. So
We're all.
I'm a hockey player. That should tell you everything.
Well,
now they're going to start sucking each other off over fucking black dicks and sticks.
I was going to say I have hockey gear. I don't know if I'm a hockey player, but I definitely go on the ice with skates. And
You still gear up?
Twirling around like
Every
a couple
Sunday.
of fruit cups.
Every what?
every Sunday.
All right. If I'll drag you out to Phoenix. We'll go.
Oh, dude, I'm in. Well, as long as it's like D-level beer league.
I've got a Tuesday night team that's epic. Our oldest guy is like 74 now.
Dang.
I'll put him in the boards, dude. Fucking check that. Check that
play
hip control
D.
crushes.
Yeah, I just play a game where we never lose. I don't score. I don't leave the inside our blue line. I just make the other team not win.
I'll tell you what, dude. We need some defensive players. So like, come on out and we'll skate.
Do you need a goon? Do you need a goon?
You have to catch them in hockey to be a goon. So a lot of people don't understand. They're like, on the ice, I'll kick your ass. I'm like, you have to balance is more important than strength.
Oh no, I just get them in the locker room before the game and break their legs.
It's reached a new level here in beer league hockey.
I mean, you can just take a skate off and slice someone, and that's
I got what was that? Wasn't that a line in Happy Gilmore?
It was.
I
Yeah.
got 2 league records. I was only going to take my skate off and try to stab it.
I forgot about that. That's wild.
Anyway, the MP5 suppressor handguard from Midwest is like $199.95. The MP5K version is coming very soon. That'll be $179. I'm also going to put one of those on my K. And
I don't
yeah,
have a K, and I should.
I have the AP5M, which is the K version of the Century. It's good. I like my PTR much better, but yeah, it's fun. Anyway, MidwestIndustriesInc.com, coupon code WLS is life. Aaron, you could take that banner down if you want.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
But yeah, Jeremy, do you like the Jeremy P? Do you like the suppressor handguard?
I do. It's it's a hand guard, and it guards your hand from hitting the hot ass fucking suppressor. So like it's doing what it's supposed to. Like if you got a hand guard and you get burnt, your hand guard didn't do his job.
That's fair.
It's in the fucking name.
That's fair. Aaron, what's your product tonight?
Well, it's an old product that's being reintroduced. I saw this the other day. Colt is reintroducing their Viper, and it's fucking pretty in 357 Magnum, and it is super, super sexy. Yeah. So, Jeremy, I'm surprised you're not jumping on this one. Do you have any lined up for the shop yet?
Dude, it's going to be a while before I see one. I'm not special enough to get one in ahead of the game. And like, yeah, I would, because I know some boomer's going to come in. I mean, MSRP at $1,000. That's pretty fucking good, dude.
It is. Look how beautiful these are.
Walnut grips. I mean, damn.
Yeah, I would. It's like it's going to be like a smooth SP 101.
So the big thing is it's aluminum frame, though, right? It's not a steel frame.
Who cares?
Oh, I'm asking. I was a question, not a statement.
It's going to be not real fun to throw 357.
I thought it was. I was going to say it's stainless steel. I'm 99% sure. Where are we thinking aluminum?
I think it's stainless steel too. I see the line where it says that it was supposed to replace the aluminum frame. Police positive special.
Okay.
But
for a second there, you gave me flashbacks to the Hudson H9. I was like, no, please don't take it. No.
We don't speak of the H9.
There are plenty of guns that have had aluminum frames that weren't pieces of shit. They were just, well made with good QC.
Yeah, solid steel. My bad.
Like the Smith & Wesson M&P metal. They're fantastic, and they are aluminum.
Just don't work with my magazine extensions, losers.
What you need to make is a cylinder extension.
So it's oblong.
Just a good track where you just shake it side to side and it opens it.
Or it's
no
like
fail points.
Dude, it's like a track on a tank, so it just keeps fucking going around.
Well, did you ever see that
bigger cylinder that transfers to a smaller cylinder? It's like a watch skiers.
Yeah,
did you ever?
Nothing wrong there.
There was like an AI or a fucking like somebody's like artist rendition of like a revolver with like a belt fed replacement for the cylinder. So instead of a cylinder, it was like a belt that went around. I was like,
yeah,
I don't know. No.
I'm in.
Although in theory, you might.
I mean, in theory, if you had like something to capture on both sides and eject it, like it totally makes sense.
Yeah, if you had like a Gatling gun, the 45-70 rounds go into like a slug, and then that gets fed down the magazine. So it's not just the bullets falling; it's like the bullets inside of what is essentially a false chamber, I guess. So if you had a belt that had like 357s in that and they were all linked up, and all the cylinder did when it turned is rotate to the next one, and the cylinder was like open, it was just like U shapes. You could in theory have false cylinders as part of the belt, and you would load the rounds in there, and it would just go duh 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 duh, and you could have like a belt fed revolver
and make it fully automatic.
I love how Sean's pretending to stay with you right now, and the rest of us are just like checked out when you said U shape.
I'm kind of I'm trying to think like
you're like holding onto the mountain with like your fingertips right now, trying
100% yes, and I'm like this sounds like it might be cool.
But then you got to drill with like an oblong thing so it works the trigger every time it spins.
There was a guy that called me like 3 years ago. I get calls for like these inventions or like license our shit, but he literally had some kind of revolver design where it was like a shake weight. So he's like, for restricted states, I can have it magazine fed. And it was more or less a revolver, but the idea was the rounds would go to the next level as you shake the gun. I'm like, so you're going to shoot the gun like I don't know, man.
Amazing.
You have to jerk your gun off while you shoot it.
You can control where the bullets are going.
You know what
Basically throwing bullets at somebody.
Make this, make this gun even better? A hand job.
Okay, first of all, that would make everything better.
Yeah, but you're giving the hand job.
Listen, I give.
There's
a dude a
hope in
hand job every day.
2025, shot. 2025. We'll get there.
I do it every day. Wait, what? But yeah, the Viper, man. So my new Colt Python, I freaking love it. It's so good, so good. I saw Lenny in the chat said he doesn't have a wheel gun because he can't find the need. Like I literally bought mine with the chest holster just for bear country, which is everywhere outside basically. Walmart, lots of bears there.
Yeah, I mean,
San Francisco.
Yeah,
I have a 357. There's no need for it. I just fucking wanted it.
yeah,
I love it.
exactly. Yeah, why do we have to need guns?
God, do you know how many 45 Colts I own?
Yes.
Well, 11.
Probably close. I'd have to count.
I'm pretty sure the number's 11.
Yeah,
We-
it's 11.
probably-
and you do your finger thing like what?
Hold on.
11.
the Viper.
It says about us in his Facebook profile. I own 11. Go for it. 45 goals.
Oh man, what gears got you excited there, Jeremy? X Tech Jeremy.
I was gonna say I
mean-
did buy a thing today, but
I'll go to you next.
Personally, I'm kind of entering that long range game, but I'm not. I haven't been out of the closet about it, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of still like tiptoeing in, dropping 1,500 a month, just trying to work my way there. So kind of the long range ish world. Tried to go into Rimfire. I don't know. I still like Dave with the 22 Plinkster and all, but I'm just not one of him. Can't do it. I'm not into throwing lifesavers and shooting.
That ridiculous. Who can do it? Let me see that pin that you're holding.
Just a normal pen.
Okay, throw it the fuck across the room.
Okay. Well done. But I mean, as a product developer, guy who likes to take money from your listeners,
Yes.
I think the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard is going to be a topic. I really do.
Yeah.
I think that, and
it's what it
The
should have
world-
been the first time around.
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty. I mean, it's just nuts when you aesthetically look at it and go. You look at like a Glock 43, and you're like, that was 6 rounds, and then you look at a Bodyguard 2.0, and you go, even the 12 round setup, you're like, I haven't measured it head to head. I own both now, but I'm just like, I think the 12 round Bodyguard is smaller than the 6 round Glock 43, but I haven't confirmed that. But so I think that's got me excited.
Same.
I think the world needs Glock mags. There's no good options for Glock mags. So we're making Glock mags coming up. That's got me excited. I mean, other than that, I don't know. I mean, I'm excited about some shitty companies going out of business. Not that I wish bad on people. I just think this industry standard of making stuff needs to be way better. I wish success on anyone who actually has a passion for making good shit. But whenever shitty companies die, I go, about time.
Right. There you go.
There's too much fat and happy in this space.
I completely agree. I actually got an email like press release from X Tech this morning. Something new.
I got something new twice a week for like 8 weeks straight. I mean, they're just waiting. There's so many there's so many things we have. I'm just holding them back because I'm trying to not have a press release a day. So that's how heavy we are on releases. It's pretty fun.
That's sick, actually. So what was today's?
Today's was I don't even know. I have one somewhere, but it was so our top selling product is a +0 magazine extension, even though I have 2 utility patents for how to best add rounds for reliable feeding. Our number one seller adds 0 rounds, which is silly to me, but welcome to California. The kicker is that's for the P365. You can convert it to a +3.
Right.
So we just came out with the Hellcat extension. So all you folks in New York, California, Washington, we got you covered. That just went live. So we got the 365, the Hellcat, soon to be Glock 26. So that was the announcement for today. And then I'm sure as I drink my scotch, I'll share announcements I'm not supposed to share later in the show.
Perfection.
So don't
Yeah.
pay attention and don't take notes, people watching.
Tomorrow they'll be like, why can't I get X?
If you
But yeah.
email me, I'll totally, Sean knows, if you guys email me and will give me money, I'll totally let you buy stuff early.
What's
And
your
I'll let
phone
you
number?
Pay more money. No.
What's your personal
Okay.
phone number?
I
don't,
don't have one.
for the love
No.
of God, don't do that.
I have boundaries. The only way to reach me is sales@xtechtactical.com. And I'll respond if I feel like it.
And it probably is manned by somebody else.
I told you, Sean, I can't afford an assistant like you. I'm not that fancy.
I want to know.
Change your life.
When somebody's gonna make me some CZ97
CZ97.
CZ97 mag extensions.
CZ90. Okay, so the rule for anyone that I'd go on a podcast with, if you give me $60,000, you can have a lifetime supply of magazines. And it's not a made up number. It costs me 30. I want to make 30 to justify the going into it. And then,
I didn't say magazines. I said extensions.
So I'm saying it cost me $30,000 for tooling to make one. So if you give me 60, I double my money. And,
So if I give you 60, how much do I get out of it?
you get a lifetime supply of,
Oh, I could
of
bank
magazine
you
extensions.
doing that. If I'm getting lifetime supply for free, I want 10 million of them.
It's for personal use. I think
Yeah,
we'll make up a number.
Personal use,
Okay.
faggot.
Sean, do I have okay, so I can tell you guys I won like a really fucking cool prize when I was 10. I don't know if I've ever told this to you.
I don't
have.
think so.
No.
So I actually the most significant winnings of my life, other than meeting my now wife, that's a bigger win. But the second biggest win of my life was
You got to
I
go in
won
the
it.
back of a van and play the
not
game.
quite. Nope, I got to go to a gas station on the corner from my house, and I bought a bag of M&Ms, and I won a 2-year supply of M&Ms. They sent me a fucking checkbook that had 1,100 coupons for free M&Ms.
What?
So like everyone I saw, I was like, and the thing was, you could only redeem 10 at a time at like the Walgreens and all that around my house. Walgreens had just opened. So like if you saw me, you played hockey with me back then, it'd be like, here's 10 for you, Sean, it's Saturday. Here's 10 for you, Jeremy, it's Saturday. Like everyone I saw, I think like 500 expired, but I am a winner if anyone was wondering. Despite what you might think.
So that happened with Snapple. Remember Snapple?
No way.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and I also won I won a free tickets to a Detroit Pistons basketball game. I got to go in the locker room and got a basketball from Elias Brothers.
Do you
Big
have
boy.
diabetes from Snapple?
No, I did the same thing you did. Oh, and the reason why I got it was I was drinking a Snapple and I found a hair in it, which hindsight being it was probably like from my beard fell into it. But I called the company, but they sent me a coupon book with 500 free Snapples for 500 free Snapples, and I'm like,
Dude,
fuck
my
yeah.
odds said like 1 in 180 million. You just got a hair. I mean, that sounds
Right.
Yeah,
sounds
I got a lot of Snapples. I love fucking Snapple. It was in college, so it was perfect.
I would have been like, oh,
100%. Yeah. Like I found a hair in my food today and I was just like,
Ah.
take that. I don't care.
Then one time I was eating Mike and Ike's, right? And there was a tropical flavor ones, and I was eating it and I was like, oh, this tastes soapy. So I wrote the company. I'm like, I love Mike and Ike's, and I tried your tropical brand, and it tasted soapy. Next thing I know, I got a box from them.
God, you are
swear to God-
such a Jew.
And I swear to God, I got fucking everything they made, from Peeps to hot tamales to every fucking brand of candy in a box. This huge ass box just full of every fucking candy they ever made.
when
Aaron,
Aaron
He needs to go on my website and buy something now, and then write a convincing email in like a week that makes my team just panic about whatever. Just that needs to happen now. Like, just go order something, and then I want to call Sean in 2 weeks to be like, I couldn't make this up. This guy's incredible.
He's like, I got my scrotum caught in the magnet, and I just don't know where to get it. I think it was a faulty design, and there was a hair there.
someone said feed lips and I got real horny.
I tried to feed the lips, and oh my God, oh.
All right. Listen, Jeremy, for a time, was Willy Wonka. He's just like handing out candy, dude.
I was. I
It's
totally
amazing.
was.
And I sang Willy Wonka at the beginning of the episode. So like,
Yeah.
It's
No,
almost
that was my prime, at like 10, 11. And I'm still coming down from it, but I, still pretty high from where I was. I was so high that you have like average here. I got up off the screen and now I'm just like, maybe you can kind of see me on the average plane. That's
Amazing.
kinda how it
Right,
goes.
above average.
Could you get
I mean-
mini M&Ms?
That was before this came out. This was right when the blue crunchy ones came out, for context.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
shit, you were like the
I love
king.
those actually.
Oh yeah, I crushed it, man. I was like, my parents had like the big freezer. We'd buy it like the half a cow a year, and like half the freezer was just frozen M&Ms. I was big into the peanut butter ones back in the day.
I
And the other half were human organs.
half a cow.
100%.
Jay said, and that, kids, is how I met your mother. That's freaking great. So Hellcat came out today. How much does those cost? 20, 30 bucks?
$14.95 because I rip off people in restricted states. Oh, $14.95. Just buy 20 of them and just give them to your friends. Like I gave away M&Ms. Pass it on.
Exactly.
Double it and give it to the next guy.
That's pretty
Yeah,
sick,
I mean, you
actually.
can totally mark it up. I don't
And
believe in
are they-
ripping people off behind enemy lines.
True. And this is like the Free State line.
This one is just a grip extension. So like in your hand, it feels the same. It's just a base plate replacement. So like
I see. Okay.
the Freedom Series is the Glocks that we're not talking about, that we won't bring up tonight, and the
Definitely.
365 and the AK Mags. But we're definitely not talking about all the Glock stuff next to me.
Okay, good. As long as we have boundaries.
We got to have boundaries.
You advertise boundaries and we have them. So how often are you going to be putting stuff out over the next few months? Like weekly?
It's
monthly?
gross. Like, I mean, so these are like just like insert cards, all different products. Like, this is just what's like sitting in my warehouse and my team's going, we have thousands. When are you going to announce them? So, like, we have everything I just showed you, the line of magazine sleeves. We're in that space now. I started with 12 because I drank too much one night. But it's just, you know how it is with press releases. I can't just send out 12 press releases in a week.
Right.
Then you delete me, even though I sponsor your channel. It's just like, there's a certain boundary you have. Like, I can't pay you enough to not unsubscribe if I give you 12 emails in a day.
I have to read them though, because it like came from your email. So I opened it up and I was like, oh, see, I have to read them.
Stuff.
Yeah. Clearly I could ignore it, but I got to make sure at least that it's not a thing. All right.
So,
Well, that's pretty.
Yeah. So lots of stuff. I mean, I don't know. I think we're down to like 78 that haven't been announced yet between now and the end of next year. 78 new products.
I guarantee that the little cards you just flashed will be screenshotted and put in our Discord like within the hour.
Again, if you want to pay more than you can pay when they come out, I will sell them to you now. So whatever you want to do, have fun.
Definitely go do that. And they would do that.
The coolest kid on Instagram for like 3 days, and you'll get more followers. It totally works.
I'm interested in this plan. I think you just got your first client because Instagram hates me. And no matter, I'll tell you what, I started sharing 2 memes a day, 10 a.m., 6 p.m. And our Instagram has like skyrocketed, like 3,000 new followers, 600,000 impressions in the last 30 days. Like, the key is memes. If you can figure out how to meme the magazine extensions and magazines, I think it's a win.
So you're just following Brandon Herrera with his spend hundreds of thousands of dollars a year making production videos, and then just sit in the back of a U-Haul and review other people's memes, and that's how you actually make money to run for Congress and everything.
Yeah, apparently. And I don't go all out. I literally steal a meme and then I put it into my system, and it publishes 10 and 6 every single day. And
I think that's too much work, though. You're going out and stealing it. Brandon would get people to send them to him, and he would just read them. So I think he has a better approach. He has a funnel, and you're going to stealing and catching. It takes work.
See, if I could get the funnel, and then because mine's all automated, so I literally just right click and say send to my system, and then everything else is automated. It writes the caption.
There's a pride in meme farming.
There is. Yeah. It's a little bit communist.
A pride amongst thieves. Right?
They are our memes.
I'm just a simple meme farmer.
It is the key, man. It's incredible. Like
I was with Brandon when he made that realization that that's what carried his channel, by the way, at the time.
it's so ridiculous. We put out
Back when his no power windows Dodge Ram, you know, we were driving around Fayetteville with that thing, and he's like, I think the meme's where it's at. So this is funny.
it's hilarious, yeah. Because you know, we put out a subpar like D level content every day, all day long. But it's the stolen memes that seem to do the best. Like 9,000 likes on one that I posted the other day.
I don't think I've ever had 9,000 likes.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. But that drove like, I don't know, 300 new followers on Instagram. It drove tons. Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. That's what it is.
I pay well over $10,000 a year for someone to just randomly post stuff on my channel, and I lose about 300 followers a year. So, Sean, you're hired. Thanks for applying. You've got the job.
Thanks. Great. That's absolutely what I need is more jobs.
You do.
Man, that's so xtechtactical.com, coupon code WLS is life. Obviously, the Hellcat stuff is out now. 365 M&P, the Free State stuff, the California Special Mag for the AK. It's all out there. HKVP9, so much stuff. I don't even see Hellcats on the website yet.
It's under, well, so yeah, homepage is a bitter subject, but we're getting close. We're working our way from the back end to the front end, but in the magazine section or magazine extension section, you'll see the Hellcats.
There it is. I see it now. I like the grip extensions because
you change the gun, you know.
Yeah, bigger than average hands, I guess. It's not
like,
true.
I don't know. I think everyone, when the 365 came out, everyone's like, I'm gonna like midday change my module from a standard to an XL to a macro, and I'm just like, have you ever taken apart a gun in your life? Like for those of us that have, you know, springs go flying. You don't fucking know they left until you go to shoot the gun and it just goes,
yeah,
oops. Like, so I think adaptability is more around the magazine. It makes sense than the gun. So we're all about it.
Screen caps are already in the Discord.
Excellent.
And it has been confirmed by another cult member. No, it's killer. I'm freaking stoked. I think send Jeremy money, he says. I like it. Yeah, I mean they definitely should, especially M&P. Like I really like the M&P stuff because that's what I shoot the most.
Sports South picked that up. It's going. Those are selling like crazy right now. We actually just reordered the. We're gonna launch the adapter only because I think what I showed you or sent you had the adapter and the magazine, and I never thought that the adapter on its own should be its own product as a whole line of grip adapters. And the other day, like, why aren't we selling that? And I'm like, oh. I don't know. So now we're going to have the 15 to 17 for the compact. So yeah, we're selling, I don't know, probably hundreds of those a month, not thousands like some of the other stuff, but they're moving pretty well.
That's cool, man. I love it. Aaron, let's take actually, you know what? We're not going to take anything. We're just going to go directly into bullet points. So I've got a question, guys. So I've got this gun.
What kind of gun?
It is a Rock Island Armory 5.0
Just kidding. I don't give a fuck.
Wow. RIA 5.0E really rolls off the tongue. And on the top of the slide, it'll do RMSC or RMR. So it's a big gun, a full-size gun. Jeremy, look at this gun. And I have the Gideon Optics Judge on top, which is the RMSC cut. And I think it looks like the shrunken head dudes from Beetlejuice. I think that I need a bigger red dot just for the aesthetic. What do you guys think?
No. Yes. I just saw it. Yes.
Right, dude, right?
Yeah.
Like it just
sorry.
I mean, your site picture is still like a 4X. I don't think you have to.
I know, like it's nice.
I think you go with a bigger light and a smaller dot. Just to like, I mean, that view right there. We need to make that view more dramatic or the where the light looks bigger. Point it at it again to the off to the side. Yeah, we want. So I think you go bigger light, smaller dot, and you just become the meme gun.
I'm going to be honest. This is the biggest pistol light that I own. I don't
Go
think
bigger.
they make them bigger. This
No,
is
if you go on Amazon, they make things that a lot more lights that don't make sense on Amazon.
Yeah, that is true.
non-brand name.
That
Like
is true.
Pacific Light or Zhongjian Light.
Hollow gun.
Yeah.
That's what I need. But yeah, so I really like the small red dot, but it just kind of looks funky on this gun. So I think I'm going to put the Omega on this one, which is the round top. And
Are you chest holster in that?
no, keister holster.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, you're living in the edge.
I have a Black Rhino concealment holster on the way for this, actually. So
Mhm.
I'm going to tell you a story. This gun right here. And I'm going to say that this happens often. So, like, this is nothing, and it'll be in the review. And it's like, it's just not a big deal. So, RIA sends this gun specifically around to people to review. And when somebody returns it, it goes to the next person in the list. So, this gun I got last week, and I took the optics plate off and I put their plate on, and their plate wouldn't fit. And I was like, man, am I stupid? And so I messed around with it for a little while, and I like tightened the screws down, and it was just like I could see like these big gaps. And I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure after 6 hours of work, I have eliminated the possibility of me being an idiot. And so I texted my buddy over there and was like, hey, what's going on? He's like, well, I don't think that should happen, but I'm at nationals, so someone will call you Monday. So they call me, and he's like, yeah, we actually had some machined slides, and I can't believe that you ended up with one. And so they literally overnetted me a new gun. So I took the old bad gun and I shipped it to Black Rhino Concealment so that they can make a mold and make holsters for these guns. But at the same time, this gun has been in like 10 different reviewers' hands, if not more, like 20 maybe. How am I the first dude to try to put an optic on it?
Who else reviewed it? Do you know who had it before you? Is there like do you get like the log?
I don't.
I feel like there needs to be like a guest book that travels with it.
That would actually be sick.
I wonder
That
how
That would
bad
be
it
way
smelled.
better.
Did it have
I'm gonna ask.
Go ahead.
But who does? Sorry, who's sending out guns in this day and age with no respect for your finances that like wants it back after? That's silly.
I want to know how many people appendix carried that gun before you, and like how many dicks that gun's touched.
Well, one more now. That's for sure.
That's how you get fucking sores on your dick, bro.
You know what? I'm okay with it. I'm okay
I
with
just
it.
think like the weird Airbnbs. It's like it's very intentional, but you got like that sign-in book. I feel
Yeah.
like these guns need to have that with them.
I mean, wouldn't that be sick? You'd just be like, oh yeah. But it's so weird that no one else tried to put a red dot on it. I'm like, okay, they must have been like magazine writers who literally just take a couple pictures of the gun and then talk about it's the greatest thing ever. I will say that I'm a big fan of this gun so far.
What
but yeah.
mags is that? What mags it take?
It takes their RIA mags, 17 rounders. It is branded Rock Island Armory. It
That-
looks like a Mekgar.
Is it the
hold on.
CZ75 style or is it something different?
Sorry, it's Act Mag,
Act mag.
Italy.
So it's the M92 or the CZ75 most likely,
Pro-
or is
oh,
it more M&P pattern?
No, it's definitely CZ style.
Yeah.
I'll try to put it in a CZ and see what happens. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to put a bigger red dot on it. You guys convinced me. I was a little bit confused. Did you see that Walther put out a bunch of new guns?
Yes.
So
I didn't
They have
expect that answer, did you?
no, I didn't. So they have a thing called Tech Fest, which is, God, thank you
Sounds gay.
guns.com for 75 popos. It's called Trigger Ergonomics and Quality Fest. And they introduced a bunch of different stuff. So the return of the original police pistol in both 380 and 32 ACP, the very Bond-like PPK SSD in 32 ACP, the PDP Pro E, the WMP SD, and then that'll be the only 22 Magnum handgun. But like, first of all, everyone tells me how great these PDPs are, and I do not like them.
It's okay. Walther is known for their triggers. I think that's the biggest thing. So Walther has really good triggers, and maybe that's what they're talking about. Maybe it's not aesthetics. Maybe it's the trigger.
Yeah, I want to spend more time with the PDP, but man, the one that I want is like $1,800. Which also, by the way, the Rock Island is also $1,800. But Jeremy, what do you think of these? Either Jeremy, the PPKs and the PP. What do you think of the PP? Are you down with OPP? Anyone?
Whatever. Like they're iconic guns. Like it's cool.
I'd like a threaded PPK.
Right there.
Yeah.
Give me one.
Yeah, 32. I would like a modified like a modified biddy, or actually try to talk Tom into doing that.
For $60,000, you'll do it.
I tried to talk. Well, no, it's all CNC. It's just a program.
Unlimited amount of
It's just a
videos.
program. I love how non-manufacturing guys describe making anything. Oh, it's just a program.
No, we run a CNC. I run a CNC in the back of the shop. Well, I mean, I don't do it. The guys that do it do it. But yeah, if it's like, all right, bigger hole. There you go.
Oh, hey, look, Coleon Noir.
But all we do is one-off parts. We don't do like mass producing. So for me to say, yeah, just make the hole bigger, like that's literally the shit that we do.
Yeah.
Sean, I bet you Coleon doesn't give his gun back to Rock Island.
I will say that I haven't sent a gun back in like 5 years.
That's what I'm saying. You're above that shit, Sean. You got to set a boundary here. You're not giving it back.
I didn't think Coleon was relevant anymore. Is he still around?
He's just only for the larger budget people, not people like me. He's still there. He's just only works with.
Yeah.
Well, he would never be on our show. He told us that.
No, I saw he was on this other show, and I was like, nah.
No.
Be
on Huckabee.
Right. The WMP is a 15-round 22 WMR. So I don't know, man. I'm like,
no,
their stuff's fine. I don't see anything, other than the PPK. There's nothing here that's like, if you have the knowledge we do of nerds that just look up shit and walk around SHOT Show, like there's nothing here you should buy because it's the best price, best blank, best trigger. I mean, all the above. Like, are they above average in a lot of things? Yeah, but they're not the best in anything other than maybe the PPK, just because it's part of it's a vibe.
Yeah, I agree. I kind of the police pistol, the PP. I'm kind of into the look.
Well, do you know why
you wear an Omega with that? That pairs well with your Omega watch.
You know why?
Fair.
Do you know why European police use 32s?
No.
It doesn't take a very big gun to shoot somebody in the back of the head.
Fair. Plug Guy Dave says Coleon Noir did a USCCA ad as he logged into the show on Rumble. It's good. It's good.
But yeah, insurance companies. Yeah.
Look at this Pro X PMM. It's so for the people listening, this thing is like fully tricked out. It's got a compensator. It looks like a stationary compensator.
Is it a ported barrel on that or no?
Magwell, no, I don't think so. Maybe actually, because it does have the comp up front. I bet this thing is like, oh no, MSRP of $999. That's actually not bad. Okay, it's the steel ones that are $1,800. Yeah. Anyway,
that just does nothing for me. It's just like you took something and you just keep growing it, and it feels wrong in the wrong places.
Yeah, wrong place. I'll tell you this. If it's not an Echelon, I kind of don't care right now. Like that gun is probably my favorite pistol right now. It's the one that I shoot the most. Yeah. Springfield Echelon. I did not expect it. I'm not a huge fan of Springfield Armory, but that gun, they did it right. In my not humble at all opinion. Yeah. Jeremy's over there.
I really want them to license out that fucking
Viz. Yeah. Variable interface system.
Yeah, that thing's just ingenious. That or the fucking industry needs to standardize.
I was just talking to somebody about the Delta Point Pros, and they were like, "Why do you hate that attachment system?" I was like, "Because the standard is RMR. I don't know why Vortex is like, we need the DPP system, and it's super annoying because barely anybody cuts for DPP. So like, Primary Arm sent me an optic that is for that cut. I was like, yeah, I don't have anything with that cut. All my guns, nothing with that cut. So it's just RMR is the standard, RMSC is the small standard. Everyone else needs to just stop and get on the train.
Yeah, and then you could literally get rid of the MOS system and the fucking, all those fucking Holosun SCSs that are cut for the optics plate cuts. Then you just be like, here's the standard, make your gun fit these. And if somebody doesn't, then you got to deal with a plate. Fuck you.
Yeah, I agree. It's weird. Well, I'll tell you what, it's about time to start playing a game. Jeremy, do you have something to write with?
The good Jeremy or the bad Jeremy?
Good Jeremy.
Which one's that?
Big Jeremy or little Jeremy?
Normal size Jeremy.
All right, normal size Jeremy here. I did remember you made me throw it across the room, but now I have a pencil.
Okay, and do you have paper?
I do. I've got
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, we're quick ad read, and then we will find out what that's for. Aaron had to quit playing solitaire for a minute.
I won 2 games.
I swear to God, I'm gonna like remote into your computer and just constantly close windows. Aaron, you need to be engaged.
I am.
No.
Yeah, to your mom. You're gonna call me dad soon.
I'll tell you what. Go ahead. That's fine. I'll call you dad. You already look like my grandpa.
Oh, no, well, I didn't say call me grandpa. Call me dad.
You're like a gay Santa Claus.
Right. All right. Listen.
Claus isn't gay.
We recently started working with Safe Life Defense. I think everyone knows that now. That's the body armor that I've been rolling with for a very long time. The Hyperline is the super, super thin 3A plus armor, which is now NIJ certified by the actual NIJ. And I know that's important to some people and not important to others. I think the NIJ is a corrupt government organization that basically just screws over a lot of companies. However, having a standard is important. I just wish that it wasn't government controlled. So anyway, they are now NIJ certified. The Hyperline is BERI compliant, meaning all the components, all the assembly, all the manufacturing is done in the United States with United States products. So that's good. And Hyperline is honestly, it's my favorite. I also roll with their Fraz hard plates when I wear my full armor kit. And it's just been absolutely outstanding. I've shot Safe Life Defense the most out of all the armor that I have, and definitely never let me down. Backpack armor. Aaron, do you put backpack armor in the kids' backpacks?
I don't, because I don't have any. But I would if I did.
Okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Like it's a weird thing to say, right? Like I think people are just uncomfortable talking about that in general. Would you agree?
I think most people are afraid to talk about it because they're afraid it's going to bring bad luck. Why talk about something, because it could happen.
Yeah.
Like no one wants to talk about the worst day of their life, but it could happen. So yeah, always be prepared.
Yeah, I totally agree. But they've got all kinds of different levels. They've actually got Fraz backpack armor, which is multi-hit rated for 5.56 and 7.62 by 3.9. That's kind of incredible. They've got the level 3A backpack armor, and then they've got the HG2, which is their soft armor. Those are $99 for the plate. And anyway, right now they have a code for $50 off the NIJ certified stuff, which is the HG2 and the Hyperline. And Armor 50 will save you money off there. However, WLS's Life saves you 10% off of everything at safelifedefense.com. Go check out the video on the Hyperline that I did. It's on the Dangerous Freedom YouTube channel. And you'll see that it just absolutely kicks ass. So if you're looking for something for the worst days, I think this is an excellent, excellent choice and absolutely what I'll be wearing.
What's the fucking wrong music, Sean?
Okay, I can't. Hold on.
today, fucking Sean.
Found it.
It's time for gunfights.
So what had happened was
Don't care.
Nick died. All right. So explain how this game works to good Jeremy, X-Tech
Okay.
Jeremy.
Jeremy, I'm going to show you a picture. It's going to be of a gun that was purchased on Gunbroker. You're going to tell me how much that gun actually sold on Gunbroker.
Without looking it up on Gunbroker.
Exactly. I'm going to give you a bit of a description of this firearm that was sold on Gunbroker. Okay. You're going to give me the actual, you're going to get as close as the actual retail price without going over what it was sold for.
Oh shit.
Okay.
That's dumb. That
And
was
can
close.
I add, wait, without going over?
Without going over.
Can I add an extra thing?
Let's hear it first.
I don't know what the guns are, but I think if Jeremy or if X-Tech Tactical makes a product that works with that gun, that
Uh-huh.
Jeremy gets an extra point.
Let me look
And
at
these
guns real
points
quick.
mean
Well, you
Absolutely nothing.
trade
that's what I was hoping.
yeah.
That's what I was hoping.
Well, at the end of the season, if you have the most points, you win a plaque 3 years later.
It's like whose line is it anyways?
The points
Is it
are
gonna
made
be is it gonna be shipped like I shipped magazines back in the desert years ago?
up, basically. Nick makes the plaques, but he only makes them every third year when the moon is high.
You're talking Dead Nick makes the
Yeah.
plaques.
Dead Nick. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Aaron, it's all yours.
Okay, gentlemen. Are you ready?
Scoreboard is ready, chat friends. Dang, they're running a scoreboard in the chat. All right.
Boom. Our first gun
Let me-
for tonight.
Fucking
Okay.
Walther.
Okay. So I'm saying price.
You're
Um,
yes. Hang on.
I don't make-
hang on. Jeremy, shut the fuck up. As the guy who runs this thing, I get to be a dick. I'm sorry. It's nothing personal. I like you as a human
What's
being.
the excuse for the other 98% of the time?
It's just I don't know. So everyone shows the price at the exact same time, so no one steals anyone else's price. Just so you know. This is a Walter PPQ 45. It's in 45 ACP. It's a 4.2 4.25 inch two-tone Walther. It came with 2 magazines and the original case. This particular Walther is in excellent condition with only faint signs of prior use and handling. What else can I tell you about it? The bore is a bright and clean with sharp rifling, ensuring exceptional performance. The firearm comes with 2 magazines and no bodies. And there was 32 bids.
32 bits. And we can't go over. That's a new wrinkle.
Yes.
No bodies. What does that mean?
It never killed anybody.
Oh,
Oh,
$8.
damn it.
And we
What
can't
is-
go
what-
over.
It's a PPQ.
PPQ 45. Yep.
And Jeremy, there's also a theme. Good Jeremy, there's also a theme that all the guns like will tie into. And after the first round, we get to guess the theme for an extra point.
After the first round.
Yeah. So once you see 2 guns, that's when we can start guessing the theme.
Okay.
Okay. It was no bodies actually really truly in the.
No, I had that myself.
I was like, that's awesome actually, because I've got a gun with a body on it.
You do. Yes.
Yeah, I sold it to you.
I know. Got a good deal.
All right. Let's see those prices, everybody.
Yeah, well, when it's still covered in brains and blood, it's hard to sell.
Yeah.
502 from Sean.
You
Oops.
bastards. Oh my god.
Oh, well, Jeremy and Jeremy right there. Smart guys.
502 for sorry, Jeremy, what was yours?
550.
I'm
550. And Jeremy is 553.
Yep.
Jeremy, you should totally sell my shit in your shop. Like you promised at GunCon. I need an order by tomorrow morning, by the way.
Well, send me
Now
a
that we're
fucking
on.
email, fuck.
I don't have your fucking email. I never.
Well,
I
fucking,
put it in the campfire. Patton got me drunk. It wasn't my
It's
fault.
warork@buttstuff.com.
I'm easier to find than you. It's hard to find you.
literally, I have a website.
Okay.
warork@buttstuff.com.
Wait, who are you?
Aaron,
Wait, what is the total?
yeah, you got to give us the
No,
who-
none of you fucking got it. Actual
do
retail
you
price, $475. Y'all went over. You all suck.
Fuck. I knew that. Okay, so theme I'm going with is guns no one wants. That's my theme.
Oh, are we doing go over now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
This,
we're doing Prices Right rules.
yeah.
Yes,
That's so,
sir.
that's so stupid. Why would someone?
All right. This is a Car Arms P45. It comes with 3 mags and a case, 2-tone, and a Crimson Trace laser. Holy shit. You guys are going to get lucky if you got this one. The P45 is in great condition with excellent bore. It comes with 1 7-round and 2 6-round magazines, a manual and the original case with the manual, and a Crimson Trace LG 434 laser guard with the red laser, guys. This had 16 bids, so someone really wanted this thing. How much would you pay for this?
I would not pay for this.
That's not what I'm
I
asking.
would buy it for like $45. 45.
Yeah.
If I could sell it and make money, I would buy it.
I
But
pay $1 per caliber.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
does
fair.
everyone have a number written down?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, let's see
I
then.
don't know how low to go, but
Jeremy has 400. Let's see. Sean has 472. Let's see, right this on
I
472.
don't even know what I wrote.
And other Jeremy has 280.
Damn, I think that's good.
All right. New Jeremy wins it with 280 when the actual price went for $315. Everyone else is over.
Man, is it? I wrote down the theme.
45 ACP.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
an
wrote-
yeah,
I wrote
nope.
45 AARP.
I wrote full size 45s no one wants. I think that's a better fit.
Oh, that's really interesting, but not true.
Perfect.
Okay, next one is our Ruger Wiley Clap 2 GP100 in 357 mag, 3-inch 7-round mint. It was a penny auction, super rare. The condition of this firearm is like new. It has been meticulously cared for, showing no signs of use other than factory test fire. It had 43 bids, gentlemen, 43 bids for this item.
What caliber again?
357.
$1.
I know what I got here, so don't lowball me.
Man, the GP1. All right. And Aaron, don't forget you have to guess my theme.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. God damn it.
I do themes every week and no one ever guesses.
Numbers that end in 2, Sean.
Great job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what we have going on here. Sean has, we write them down, so don't put them down until I say your name. 702 for Sean. Angry Jeremy has $600. Drunk Jeremy has $591. And it actually sold for Sean was the closest at $350, $351 away. It sold for $1,053.
Nice.
So that's a point for Sean and a point for Drunk Jeremy. So we're doing good. And no, two-tone is not the correct answer, and neither was anything else. That
I
you
said
guys-
FUD. I said FUD guns.
yeah, no, that's not it either. I'm sorry.
Car's not a FUD gun. FUDs don't want cars.
Yeah, they do.
Number 4 on our list tonight
SDVE.
is a Smith & Wesson SDVE 9mm, excellent condition. Smith & Wesson SDVE 9mm, excellent condition, semi-automatic pistol. A grand total of 46 bids. God damn, this is a popular gun. I had no idea that so many people wanted this firearm.
Is this a 2.0?
This is actually does not say a 2.0.
Okay, so this is the original version with the
The
75.
OG.
It is.
Does
You
this
can
have
tell.
the magazine disconnect on it, or is that not that far back?
I
I
don't
can't-
think so.
I would have-
actually.
I'd have to take it apart to look, so I don't know.
But I will say that this has like a 9-pound trigger pull. It's just god awful.
And yet,
This is the one that
46
the
bids.
like prison guards in Florence was using, right?
I don't know. I have one of these and it's bad. It's real bad.
How bad is it? Let's find out. Let's see what
Hold
you guys
on.
would bid on it.
Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. 46 bids. Hold on. I gotta change my opinion there.
Spits.
Dude, you know what? I'm gonna stick with my original, and I have no idea what the theme is. It's probably some movie that I've never seen.
Okay, let's see these numbers, gentlemen. Jeremy says 150, or Mean Jeremy says $150. Oops, hang on 1 second. 150. Nice Jeremy says 192.
Dang.
And Normal Sean says 302. Well, actually, the retail price for this item was $1. No, I'm just kidding. It was $235, making a Nice Jeremy the closest.
All right.
All right, so 2 points to Nice Jeremy, 1 point to Sean. And finally, for our final and last gun of the evening. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to pull it out? Sean, will it be a tie and we have to go to a tiebreaker?
I hope so.
Whoa, that got too big. Sorry.
Oh, VP9. No.
No.
HK.
My
45.
bad. HK45.
I know.
HK 45 Tactical V1 single
That's not
action,
a-
double action.
It's not a tactical. It doesn't have a threaded barrel.
Hey, listen. It says HK 45 Tactical on my list here. V1, a single action, double action, 45 ACP, HK 45 Mint. This pistol has been shot little, but guide yourself by the high resolution photos, in particular of the barrel and the barrel hood, and feel free to ask additional photos I might have missed. Bless you.
Nice poster. The guy seemed like he was kind.
Yeah. How many bids?
Oh, good question, Sean. 45 bids for this item.
Jeez. Man.
I know, right? It's a tough one.
I hate prices right rules.
I love Price is Right rules because it really makes you work harder.
It really does. I don't know the theme, man. I have no idea. But I am ready.
Okay. Jeremy says $800. That's a good guess, Jeremy.
Nice.
Sean says 302. And Drunk Jeremy says 420, dude. Well, guess what? Drunk Jeremy wins because the actual retail price was $650.
That's dirt fucking cheap.
Really?
Yes.
Good Lord. I fucking hate people on Gumbroker.
I know, man.
This shit doesn't make any fucking sense.
What did
So-
you bid? 600?
650 was the actual what that was one for.
I
But
put
what did-
800.
800?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's buying 45s on Gunbroker?
So technically, so if
Lots
you really
of people.
so Jeremy, you would have won. Let's see, one. You would have won two of them had it not been Price of Right rules.
Dang.
Yeah.
Retail map on that gun is like $900.
What? Wow. And it's even got the weird mag release.
HK 45 tactical, 45 ACP, fucking 10 round black V7 with the LEM trigger. Retail map is $899.
That's
So,
crazy.
like the fact somebody got that bitch for $650, like get fucked.
You could
and then-
literally
Does it-
put it right back on Gunbroker and make $300 overnight.
But does that one come with the threaded barrel, like you said, or is it just like a?
Well,
It
if
started
it's
with VP9.
if it's a tactical, it should have the fucking threaded barrel. That guy is fucking lying about what it is.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So the theme tonight was guns from early gear chat.
Ah,
Wah, wah, wah.
that's good. That's a good one.
All right, guys. Good game.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Gay.
Wait, who won?
Nice Jeremy won.
Nice, Jeremy won. Good job. All right. Well, you are the champion.
Feels good.
Damn it.
You are the wiener.
I'm a little mad because
Should be.
I fucking suck at this game so bad. So, Jeremy, we used to do a version where we had to argue and manipulate and gaslight, and I was really good at that one. But this one, actual gun knowledge, not that good. Not that good at all.
I don't even know this is knowledge. When you throw a car up there, everyone it fucks with. That's gaslighting. It just fucks with your head.
Yes.
A car is not part of a normal gun.
No. And honestly, they should do
Other Jeremy, how many cars have you sold in your life?
Cars?
KAHR.
KAR.
Oh, like 2.
Yeah, you sold more vehicles in your life as a gun shop owner than you have car, the brand of pistol.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're
I
weird.
think that should say something, right? Like survey gun shop owners around the country.
Dude,
You
I have met motherfuckers though that are like 10 years ago when I first opened up, they were like, "Oh yeah, car." I'm like,
Mhm.
no, why?
Cali has a weird culture because some of their shit's been on the roster, but like, just like, what do you like? Who wants a trigger pull? It's like you're closer, you're getting closer, you're getting. Oh, it just happened. Like I don't know who gets excited about that.
Plus, Reverend Moon, that owns that company, is like basically a cult leader, and his wife is super weird. I don't, not a huge fan.
I met him at GOA, and he wouldn't make eye contact. That was unique.
Yeah, because you're not in the cult.
No, it's not in the cult.
He can't manipulate you and takes. He might give you 60 grand though.
I asked him. He said no. He said he said it was good.
Oh man. All right. So listen, this right here. Oh, okay. Bye, Aaron. This right here is the Gideon Optics Judge. This is the RMSC cut. I have this on now like 5 guns. Super liking it a lot. I still think the Omega is my favorite, and that one is the rounded top, like big RMR cut. Jeremy, when you were in Knoxville, did you meet the Gideon Optics guys?
Actually, I know Jordan fairly well.
Oh, you
Jordan
did?
actually, yeah, Jordan commanded me to sponsor your channel. That's the only reason I sponsored it.
Nice.
Yeah. No, Jordan's awesome. I'm kidding, but Jordan, good people. Yeah.
Yeah, we've known Jordan for so long. Actually, you and Jordan share a lot in common.
We do. We do. We love wasting money on lawyers. We enjoy it. It's a great time. And we're disruptive. I think we both we don't say sorry when we upset people for going too fast.
Yeah, actually, I didn't even realize that you guys probably do know each other and trade tips back and forth on lawsuits.
Are you guys touching tips? What?
Totally stuff going on. I don't know what's happened about top. He's like, I'm like, other than we like shooting, here's the influencers that are worth a shit. And he's like, that was today. So
nice.
Gideon's good product. I mean, I best way I can speak to Gideon is I refer them to other manufacturers that I work with because he makes good stuff. And he's fair.
I agree. One of the things that I like most about them is that they take prototypes to shows. They let us mess with them. What is it, Aaron? The Granite, the big, huge window that's coming out soon.
Oh yeah, dude! I can't
we saw
wait.
that at GunCon, and they just had it like sitting there on the table on a gun, letting any Sam, Tom, Dick, or Harry just like mess with it and look at it and get feedback on it.
Who's this Sam you're talking about?
I was like, Sam, Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Someone else is invited to this party that I didn't meet. All right.
The 4 gays of the apocalypse. But yeah, so I think that I'm going to take the Judge off of this one and put it on a subcompact or a compact, and I'm going to take the Gideon Omega and put that much bigger arched window on this one, and then maybe it won't look like the shrunken head dude from Beetlejuice. I think that's the dream. The Omega is $229.99 minus our discount. The Judge, I'm going to go find that one right now. Oops, right there. That one's $189.99 minus the discount. Discount's 11%. Coupon code is WLS's life. And yeah, I mean, you guys know we put our trust in all the people that we advertise for. In fact, it's not easy to advertise with WLS. In fact, I wish that it was easier because then there would be a lot more money in the system. But it matters. And when people trust us, when they spend their hard-earned money, I think it's important that we only work with companies that we trust. So we do. And that's how we roll. But yeah, Gideon Optics, go check them out. I have something weird to talk about.
Is that rash?
No, I'm not talking about my jock itch this week. That was last week. Got a lot of emails about the jock itch. A lot of people with opinions on how I got the jock itch.
They have suggestions on how to get rid of it?
Well, they said that surface area was a big problem and that it was like a breeding ground for fungal whatever.
Did you borrow a cup in hockey on Sunday night or?
No, but I'm sure that I got the jock itch from the locker room and probably AIDS too. Yeah, dude. Huh. All right. I don't want to talk about this again because we do it all the time, but Jeremy and we had jock itch in different states at the same time. So bad that we almost had to go to the hospital.
You got it from each other, didn't you?
Yeah, it was terrible. Literally one of the worst experiences. And Jeremy and I also both cut the tips of our fingers off with mandolins within like 2 days of each other. Yeah. So if Jeremy dies, I'm going to be really watching my back.
I got the cancer.
2 days later, my butt started bleeding. It's weird. So I launched this new social media site called Dangfree, dangfree.net. It's only for like FRN and, cool people. Just really, it's in beta right now, just messing around with it, having fun. But one of the things that we have over there is 2 groups, one for homesteading and one for cooking. And Krista of WLS fame she's like basically more talented at all that than anyone else that I know. And she started talking about like milling your own flour and making your own stuff. And I know this is a gun podcast, but I think this is relevant and interesting. And she was talking about some of the health benefits that her and her husband had gone through. And I try not to eat a whole lot of carbs because I'm trying to lose weight, but I really love like bread and pasta and stuff like that. And I was doing some reading about like all the terrible stuff that is in the food that we eat, all the processed food, and like even the flour that we buy, like so much of the nutrients and minerals are removed from it during the process to like remove all the stuff and make it nice and white. And then the enriched portion of flour is when they put some of those vitamins back, but it's just like never, ever the same really. And so she's actually been talking about milling her own flour and doing all of her own baking and stuff like for a while. And I started to recently like pay a little bit more attention because I am on a diet and losing weight and trying to just be healthier in general. And so I started doing a little bit of reading about it. And then she was like posting more stuff over in the homesteading group. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. So last week I bought like an electric mill and like 80 pounds of wheat and a bread maker and a pasta maker. And I'm going to replace like all of the bread and all of the pasta and everything that we have in our normal diet with all stuff that I mill and make. And you would think that it would actually be kind of complicated, but it's really not. Like there's a few $100 for all this stuff. And then the knowledge is like something that you need to work with. But like, obviously we lean on Krista for that. And she's got like some documents over there about like how to get started in it. And I got to say, so I've cooked a loaf of bread so far, and I made biscuits to have with a nilgai stew that we made the other night. And it's absolutely delicious. Supposedly it solves a lot of health problems, but yeah, I just think it's really interesting. And there's several other people over there now that are going to, that are now milling their own flour and making their own bread and stuff. What do you guys think?
My wife does the gluten-free thing, but she doesn't have celiac. It just upsets her stomach.
Yeah.
And I always wondered if I got like proper actual whole grain wheat, milled it myself and made a loaf of bread, if that would like not upset her stomach.
Yeah.
But I haven't got like as much of the prepping shit that I do. And like, I have 30 pounds of tallow in my freezer that I have yet to grind and render, or I should say 30 pounds of suet that I have yet to grind, render, and turn into tallow. But I mean, I have mason jars of white, lard that I rendered myself. And I have, fucking animals that I raise myself and slaughter, and fucking like of all that shit. Like I just haven't done that part yet.
I was really intimidated by it until I started like paying attention.
Yeah,
no, it's not that hard.
I saw a stone wheat mill that you just fucking turn a crank on.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you want like 2 cups of flour to make a loaf of bread. It'll take you 5 minutes. Just turn the fucking handle. And it's a stone.
Yeah. I got literally that exact same thing, except I also bought the motor attachment. So literally while I was getting the rest of the ingredients ready, it was just up there milling the flour. And, yeah, I know.
I always like to have the electric version and then the apocalypse version that I can run.
Yes.
If the power goes down.
Oh yeah. I've got the hand crank too. 100%.
Ooh, have you made opium lettuce extract yet?
No.
Okay, so wild lettuce, or what some people call opium lettuce, is a naturally occurring wild plant, at least where I live, and where I guarantee you where Aaron lives. And I don't know where fake Jeremy lives, but where do you live?
Phoenix.
Okay, it doesn't grow there.
No, to be fair, nothing grows there.
Right.
No.
And
Cotton.
but anyways, in the Midwest, like it's literally in my fucking yard. Like, you ever see like the weed that grows in your yard, and it's got like the wavy fat broad leaves that like grows in like a circle? There you go.
Yeah.
Opium lettuce.
It looks like dandelion leaves.
Yeah, kind of, but like this shit grows everywhere where I live. Like, it's literally in my fucking like there's literally like I could probably find 100 plants in my yard, like in my lawn. You take that, you grind it up, you boil it, you strain it out, you boil it down, and it gives you like this thick black viscous liquid that you can basically use as a pain reliever.
Interesting. I have not.
And there's different strains of this wild lettuce that you can use to do that. And apparently it's an all natural painkiller that's like way better than anything you can buy at the store, other than like opioids.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, I had no idea. But so my goal now is my wheat started coming in today. I'll get more tomorrow, and then some durum semolina. So I'm getting some of that. So my goal now is to take some nilgai sausage and take some tomatoes, organic farm grown tomatoes, and make my own pasta and literally just make like totally wild spaghetti. And I think that'll be like cool.
Yeah, you ever heard the definition of noodles?
No.
So first off, you got to take your dry ingredient and then get it wet, and then you got to dry it out. and then you got to get it wet again, and then you got to dry it out, and then you got to get it wet, and then you eat it.
Yes, that is 100% it. Good, Jeremy. Have you ever done any of this stuff?
Never. I respect it and I appreciate it. And
Look, the fucking
I'll
power
come trade
goes down.
you AK mags when the world comes
The power
over.
goes out. That motherfucker lives in the desert. He's dead. There's no water. He ain't getting out. You can't grow food. You live where humans shouldn't. You are an abomination to God. You're fucking dead.
Wow.
Okay, first of all, Mad Max.
That was harsh. Yeah.
Mad Max was set in the desert. I didn't see Mad Max in fucking Ohio. I saw him in the desert.
Yeah, because the people live in Ohio all have food and water, and they're not fucking slaughtering each other in mass. They're just like, hey man, you got some corn? And we're like, yeah, that's literally what we do up here. We get corn everywhere. Like
corn, jock itch, and losing football team. You guys got
nobody gives a fuck about fucking football.
I care about football. I care about football.
Bunch of overpaid faggot crybabies. Fucking shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry you don't enjoy sports. Other
Right.
people do.
Yeah, the
your
death
team's
throes.
the Browns.
The death throes of civilization. Let's go to the Coliseum and fucking be distracted while the fucking Empire dies.
I'm
Oh,
sorry, but
do
sports
that.
have been fucking around forever, dude. You
Yeah.
can't just say, since like the 1900s.
Sports have. Go play a fucking sport. Don't sit on your stupid fat fucking ass and
People have
watch
been watching
other,
sports since
other
the 1900s.
other grown men play a fucking child's game and make more money than you could even imagine. And you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm one. Shut the fuck up. Go do something with your life. I don't have time to watch fucking
The guy who drinks
fucking
his
sports.
Okay, hold up a second. You sit in your driveway and drink beers on Friday, right? With your boys.
In the barn, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what the guys are doing on Sunday watching a football game.
Yeah.
Same thing you're doing in your driveway. There's
But
no difference.
we have fucking conversations that aren't revolved around a fucking child sport, and then we don't get upset when our guys don't put the ball in the magical spot. Like, no, we're like, all right, we like pregame in the apocalypse, man. You're like, all right, how do we fucking set up our 1,000 acres?
You're doing the exact same thing. You're
They
playing a
do that in a
sport.
football game.
You're playing a sport. You're pre-gaming the apocalypse. They're fucking playing a sport. It's the same fucking
No,
thing.
no, it's fucking not. One's
Except they're actually
productive.
doing something physical, and you're just drinking a beer.
Yeah, no,
Hey,
they're playing a game. I don't fault people for playing a game. The fact that we pay them millions to play a child's fucking exercise is fucking retarded.
because they are
You
the
know-
best at the. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sean.
You know what I miss?
What's that?
Who I was before I heard this dumb fucking conversation.
You're still that same person.
No,
Just-
I'm not.
You're just expanded into some dumb fuckery.
My right ear is now like cracking because of you guys yelling.
I feel
And-
like Jeremy's like the starter in the fourth quarter, and he's getting like he's still trying hard, and then Aaron's like the sixth man who just got called in for the first time, all like gung ho trying to win an argument. Like that's what it feels like.
I listen. I fucking like
He's playing
sports.
solitaire all day.
I enjoy.
Right.
I enjoy fucking watching sports, and I think it's silly
There's
that people
nothing
bitch
wrong with
about
that.
it.
I enjoy playing sports.
I enjoy
but
playing
wa-
sports
But
too.
watch
What sport do you play?
what?
What sport do I play? Soccer.
No, Jeremy, what sport do you play?
What these days, or have I played in my life?
No, these days.
I don't do shit. I work. My tree
True.
cutting. I have fucking lumberjack games out in the goddamn woods, cutting fucking trees down. That's my fucking sport.
It is a sport. It's pretty cool. Anyway, great talk. Great talk.
The next gun con, we're gonna have lumberjacking.
Because I'm a grown fucking
Bro,
man
yeah,
and I fucking
it's gonna be
do
good.
shit. Fucking watch
Hey.
a fucking game.
You
Let me
sit in
ask-
your driveway and drink beer, the same as people do on Sunday.
For
Let me
3
ask this.
hours a week, one
Yeah.
night a week.
Yeah,
Whoopsie
Sunday.
We've covered it. Let me ask this.
No, fuck you, Sean. We're still
Someone
arguing about it.
explain jury nullification to me.
When a jury goes, yeah, we don't give a shit what this guy did. We're all gonna go, nah, not guilty, and we fucking throw the charge out.
Because they disagree. They believe the law is unjust or wrongly applied.
Correct.
And why doesn't this happen more often?
Because people are fucking pussies and retarded.
And because the prosecutors try very, very hard not to get people who believe or even know what jury nullification is on the jury.
Yeah, like I want to be on the guys. I want to be on the jury that's like, yeah, this guy killed a guy, but like that guy raped. Like, remember the guy in Washington where he like tracked down the dude that trafficked his daughter, fucking killed him, stuffed him in a trunk, and they didn't find the body for like a fucking year. And then after they found the body in like an abandoned car in the trunk, then they finally figured out that the father did it. And I want to be on that fucking jury because I'd be there like, not guilty. Like I would fucking lie my ass up, be like, oh yeah, I could be completely fucking blah, blah,
Wear
blah, blah.
white dudes for Harris shirt
I
to
just
the
I just want to fucking end up on that jury because they'd be like the whole thing, and I'd be sitting there and we get to the jury room and I'd just be like, not guilty. Like I'll hang that fucking jury. I'd be like, none of you are going home until you vote not guilty with me, because I'm gonna sit here and say not fucking guilty for the next 16 fucking years. I got nothing better to do. Fuck you.
All right. So I just wanted to do that. That's a little bit of foreshadowing for something later that I want to talk about in the show.
Are you on a jury?
No,
Oh.
no, I'm not. But I just
I was
wanted
gonna
that.
say you're probably not supposed to talk about that.
No, I wanted it to be fresh in everyone's mind for another
He
story.
just got drawn, so he's trying to get himself tossed. Like it's jury nullification.
Exactly. 100%. They'll be like, we heard what you done said. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I know, bitch.
Yeah,
Uh,
makes sense.
hey, X-Tech makes some AK mags.
Yes,
And
sir.
that was kind of how you guys came on the scene, right?
Yeah, it was
Would I be correct?
you know, it was a splash we made. A little
It
dead
was.
in
It
the
was.
desert.
Still making them.
Yeah. We still make them. Lots of next announcement Thursday is the people in restricted states such as California, New Jersey, Washington, New York,
Okay.
etc. can now get the 1030 version of our Rotten Banana, Fake Light, the Splatter. So these are all the, for special humans versions, but Spam can. So yeah, we make slab side versions now. That's a newer thing for us.
Oh, that's cool. Let me see that closer. The slap
Yeah,
side.
I'll get it out of the plastic here. We just started some new stickers. We changed our sticker game, by the way, for all our products to similar materials, same material as they use for oil drums. So now you can clean your stuff and still not lose your sticker.
That's cool.
So cool. Mag 47 custom, like up in the game one day at a time.
Oh, those are sick, dude.
But
It
these
looks
are
like a spam can.
yeah, we call it the Spam Cam edition. So yeah, you get it in a 10, 30 or 30 round configuration. Steel reinforced feed lips, front and rear lug, all the goodies. These are very expensive. They're, twice the price of a normal magazine on my website. So I would buy 10 if you're going on.
Exactly.
And just use code WLS's life, or, and you get a few dollars off. It's like buy 9, get 1 free, I think is how it works out if you buy 10.
I like that. I can almost guarantee that if I post a picture of an AK with not an X-Tech mag in it, that Jeremy will text me.
I will. I'll be like, what's wrong with you, dude? Like,
I know.
and I think I've given you at least 5. Like, I feel like, when you were introduced to me by John Patton, he's like, his loyalty is super cheap. Just have stuff that works.
Mhm.
And like, offer to buy him a tap water at Wendy's. And so I sent you stuff and you said it works, and it's been true. So I
do use
expect that if I give you 5 magazines, I should own you, basically.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, but I'll tell you what. I will throw away every non-X-Tech AK mag that I have, and you send me one to replace it.
I'm down. I'm trying not to cry right now because it's kind of
I will
big deal.
I will shoot all of the ones that I have that are not X-Tech with this machine gun.
Do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. We're in. I'm in.
Sold. It's going to happen.
I'm in.
Wednesday.
I won't go cheap either. I'm not just going to give you all black mags. We're giving you. We'll mix it up with some good stuff.
I definitely need the spam can. The splatter. I got to have that because my camo version or my camo brand has a splatter edition. Yeah.
Looks great. Weapon
awesome.
Works out of North Carolina. Shout out to them. They did a great job.
That's cool. Yeah. Love it.
Yeah.
Hell
Send
yeah.
me a count. Send me a count. We'll hook it up.
I will.
Little fake light.
Yeah. I like those. I've got the California version as well.
Makes sense because you're restricted.
Well, I have an FFL, so I can do
I'm
whatever
teasing.
I want.
You can do it.
Let's see. We got a comment from a spammer. The globalists are putting the mRNA poison in your food. Do this right now.
You
And
better click that.
mute user forever. Boom. Done. You got to love it. You got to love the spammers. They're working hard. Aaron.
I keep getting this spam text. Like, I don't know who else is on the manufacturing side out there listening. It's getting this. I've gotten like this overrun of people spamming me going, I ordered your product. I never got a confirmation. I'm going to report you right now or whatever, or like file fraud disputes. I'm just like, it's like all these people and then they reply to my customer service team replies to them. And then they'll write back like, oh, sorry, the attachment's too big for the order confirmation. I forgot to write it down. Like,
What the?
I was like, stop clicking. Don't click things. Stop.
And suddenly someone else owns X-Tech.
Exactly.
Now my computer has AIDS.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I just like,
Oh,
it's like
dude,
I come from a financial side, and it's like if it's a link, don't click it if you don't know them. I mean, when in doubt, it's like don't take candy from a stranger. Like it's not hard.
and the spam phone calls, man. Like I don't get it. Like every single day. Can I speak to whoever's in charge of your HVAC?
Oh, they go, can I speak to whoever? I'm like, if you don't know their name, go fuck yourself. And I hang up the phone.
Dude,
Yeah.
at least once a day.
Or I'm
Angel-
just like, kill yourself. Hang up.
right. At least once a day, I tell some Indian dude to kill himself. At least once a day. And I always yell it. And Angel will like walk into my office like, you okay? Like, yeah, spam call.
There was one of those like we fucking one of those guys that like talks to spammers and like remotes into their computers and takes all their money and shit.
Oh, dude, I love those videos.
And one of those guys learned a bunch of fucking Hindi and like knew how to say like go fuck your mother and fucking like and just like swear at him. and he would just like he'd pick up the phone and they'd be like, and it was just like, you know, like the whole clickbaity title was like, you know, scammer, you know, rages at, you know, whatever, but he's just in there like throwing the most like vicious fucking insults out there, and it's fucking, I'm like, God, I gotta remember these phrases.
I was literally just going to be like, hey, Jeremy, show me that pin.
I can feel it. I can feel it. It's hard because you don't hear the click because you're wearing the headphones.
I
Like,
know.
you know.
Hey, Jay in the chat actually just said, for those that who don't know, mostly him, compare and contrast X-Tech and Amend 2, please.
I'll take that. And sorry folks that own a Men too. Yeah, I mean, the short of it is, I really strive, and Sean knows this. Like, this is a lighthearted conversation tonight, but who I am and what I stand for, and I put my own money behind it, stood up for it in the most dramatic way you can. But I'm all about making stuff that you can pass down to your kids and their kids. I don't sell a product that doesn't work. If anyone ever has an issue with my product, they're going to end up talking to me or one of my business partners. We're in business to raise the standard in magazines and in products. And I can just tell you, like, candidly, Amentu's not, and it's not trying to, I don't like to trash other brands, but there's very few companies that make accessories and or magazines that have our philosophy. I think that's how Magpul was built to a little bit of a stance, but I wouldn't say that's their pulse today. So it's kind of like, I don't know, Daewoo and, G-Wagon. I mean, it's different worlds, man.
Yeah, I will say, and I mean, you don't even make AR mags, right?
We have the Easy Loading Spend More Money at the Range magazine.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
by the way, will outlive the Amen2 AR mags, and it has a slot in it. Like, from a design perspective, how do you think this magazine can outdrop a sealed mag? And again, I don't want to go on this tangent, but it's true of many brands. But when I make things, we don't mess around. But really, things have a purpose. Like, this is the ultimate range mag to have fun and not have to load mags, and to get Jeremy to stop whining about how his thumbs hurt when he's at the range.
Thumbs hurt.
Yeah, but it's just different. I don't, it's just a lot of companies just race to the bottom. I don't think the world needs another $8 Glock mag. That's another way of answering your question. I think the world needs more shit that like raises the standard where, it works better, or it improves it, or it's a better alternative than what's out there.
Yeah, I have 10 Amentu, and this isn't, I'm not saying this about all their products. I'm saying that I have 10 AR mags that I got at an event, and they just don't work. Lots of malfunctions. They bulge and get stuck in the mag well. And that's just those specific mags. I'm not saying it's everything. That's just, let's see. Ragnar in the chat said, I use X-Tech extensions with my VP9. So far, they've been flawless. Big F and Steve said, well, X-Tech is here dealing with these fucks. That says it all. That's true, Jason. Thanks for being open and discussing this on live. Garen says, love my X-Tech mags. Ragnar says, performed equal to the damn $60 HK 20 rounders. That's fair. Handsome Jeremy, question for you from Hug Muffin. Does X-Tech ship 10-round AR and AK mags to Illinois?
We do.
Dope.
I love your dude. Seriously though, I use your grips on almost all my guns.
No.
I fucking love the
think-
grips.
Well, so here's like the gross part is like we developed storage for our grips that like people have been asking for, like Skittles accessory storage, and I forgot we did it because we've been so busy, and so literally we have like a storage solution, and you can remove it, and it's really cool. But I totally forgot we did it, and one of my engineers called me, was like, "So did you kill the grip storage program?" I'm like, "No, what are you talking about? Is it done?" He's like, I left the prototype on your desk in June. I'm like, well, I haven't been home since GunCon when Sean and I was. He's like, oh, well, I thought it was killed, so we canceled it. And I'm like, did we pay for it? He's like, yeah. So anyway, long story short, we have a storage solution. I'm going to release it at some point. I just don't know when. I already paid for
it. That's amazing.
it.
Holy shit. And dude, we've known you for God, how many years now? Like that's the
we
thing.
met at it was that pre-shot show thing at, like, what was that thing?
Oh, it was at the Faxington.
No,
it was it started with an A. What was that? It was like a society.
Alliance.
Terrence Alliance.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's where we met.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where we met
think it
the
was when I
Falcon
was-
guy too.
That was when I was too poor to get a booth at SHOT. So we just like go to that, and then I just
No,
walk around SHOT with my backpack. And now I still don't have a booth at SHOT because I don't like it necessarily.
Why would you? Yeah.
But no, it's probably 2017-ish.
Damn, dude. It's awesome.
Something like that. Yeah, but it's been a minute. It's like cheating though, getting to know you. Like it's so much easier when you come in through patent. Like I feel like the other guys I've talked to that have had to earn their way in, I didn't have to. You were just like, you're John's boy, we're good. Like I feel like it's just like a shortcut. So if anyone watching this wants to get to where I am right now, sitting in this podcast, don't go this route. Go to John Patton. Just like make him happy. Tease it.
Absolutely, yes. Hey,
but you know it's true.
Oh yeah, well, and that's the thing is like this whole industry is so built on relationships that it's like, hey, if the guy that I trust says that you're our people, like that's super easy, right?
Yeah, John's solid. He's
Hey,
it's
what
fun.
are these?
Those are not produced in several years. Pistol training gloves that that I'll give away 10 pairs right now if anyone wants them.
I want them. I'll take all 10.
I
I felt
want
like
them.
yeah, I'll give you guys some.
What
No,
are?
I want all
what is
10,
it?
motherfucker.
So the idea is this was
Oh, it's Velcro.
yeah, so the Velcro interacts hook and loop to reinforce / demonstrate a 2 thumbs forward grip on a pistol. Made them. We funded this project before I had like anything but an executive suite in an office. So it probably dates back a long time. And you can tell how enthusiastically I've marketed them because you've never heard of them. But it's a good product for someone who's like trying to get confident, first time holding the gun, kind of reinforcing. It's almost like that training grip version of a golf club, if anyone's played golf, but
It's pretty clever, actually.
yeah, I mean, there's different phases in the X-Tech life where I've chased some squirrels, like with the Smart Laser, super cool concept, but kind of left field. We
That
jumped
was
around
the
a little bit.
Finger in the.
Yep. So
I still think that shit was cool.
I still think it's cool too. I mean, quality wise, it wasn't where I wanted it to be, so I killed it to the point someone asked us about the difference between us and others. We walked away from $180,000 investment on that job, and plenty of people had versions that no issues, but it didn't represent us well, so we moved on. But yeah, we'll give away 10 and see what people think. We'll look for some more feedback. Maybe it's like for Amazon only. I'm just waiting to be a millionaire product. I don't know.
Maybe. Let's see. In order to get these, you have to either leave a review or you have to leave a Dear WLS question. Go to welikeshooting.com/dashboard. And from tonight at 9:39 p.m. Mountain Time, the first 10 people that do that will get a pair of these, and we'll get your info to Jeremy.
And you can't say you have too big of hands for him because the XL size is like a 4XL size. So just enter. You can't cower out of this shit.
My hands are too big.
It's probably are. Well, if they're that big,
It's
no.
not true. No, he doesn't have too big of hands. He's lying. It's not true.
No, I did not.
I've been groped by that man. I know my gloves will fit his hands.
Bro, we all have. It's the worst. Dude, even Jeremy's love hurts. Like when he's just like hand on your shoulder, like, yeah, bro. And just fucking grinds his fingers into your collarbone.
You know when he's in the room.
Yeah. Because everything smells.
Well, because he tells you he's in the room.
What do Jeremy and CrossFitters all have in common? They'll tell you they're there.
Night Vision, Sean.
Night Vision. What do they make?
They make
powered
sights.
We're gonna do this. Night Vision. What do they make?
Night
sights.
Vision.
Tritium, isn't that like their thing?
They put the tritium in the basket. Yeah, they make night sights. I just installed a pair of tritium night vision sights using the Real Avid sight pusher, and it was like the easiest ones that I had ever done. And Night Vision recommends that that's the one that you use if you're going to use a sight pusher. It worked really well. But now I'm going to be putting a ton more on because sometimes I avoid it just because they're a pain in the ass. But absolutely with that sight pusher, and anyone local, you want Night Vision sights? Like I will not.
Oh, you loco!
I will not install anyone else's sights. But if you buy Night Vision sights and you bring them to the shop here, I will install them for you for free. And we'll have some whiskey. And
Kind.
I'll give you jock itch.
From your mouth.
It's not a big deal. But if you do need some night sights, and you do, because every night, last night, I rolled over, my gun sitting right there. I could see the 3 little dots ready and staged just in case any poor bastard breaks into our place. And yeah, super important. I think the best part about it for me is that lighting changes. So right here, I'm looking into a big video light, but through that is a dark room. And through that is another door that's open, and there's light back there. So if I was to transition from the space that I'm in now into the dark room, and I'm looking into the light room and trying to engage a threat, I can see the dots. I can clearly get my sight picture, and I can clearly engage even in differing light situations. And I think that's important. Nightvision.com, coupon code WLS is life, 15% off. Aaron,
Sean.
time to go down your alley
Oh,
and get dirty.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So fucking every week it says the same thing. So I think there's something wrong with your programming here. Gun control's worst nightmare.
Oh, Jesus.
It says that every fucking week. I don't know why it says that.
Because I think it's the industry mourns. I don't.
No,
you're right.
it's
I need to
it's
fix it. It's bad.
yeah. So Ed Brown, fucking amazing 1911 builder. Ed Brown died. So damn.
I saw this on Mr. Guns and Gear's Twitter or X, and I don't think people realize like how much he actually contributed to the gun industry. Jeremy P, are you familiar with Ed Brown?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I've actually talked to him a couple times. We've exchanged emails in the past, a long time ago.
really? Oh yeah,
When we
remember
first
that.
started out, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah,
he
we
was
talked.
like, "Please
That
leave me
motherfucker
alone."
knew what an email was.
Yeah, he
Oh, yeah.
was like, we would. I was talking about getting guns from him, and he'd be like, "Yeah, let's talk." You know, it never went anywhere, but he was like, we actually would just talk. You know, it was really cool. But
You should
fucking,
look
I
some of
swear to
those
God,
up.
that guy looks like a CIA agent.
He definitely does. Yeah. Really talented shooter, shot IPSC, Bianchi Cup, ranked in the top 16 of the world. And it was just like a part-time gunsmith, and then just did a ton of stuff and made the industry better. That's like not a thing that a lot of people can say, I think, but definitely a good thing.
Yeah, and his personal collection is going to go up for sale now that he's
Oh.
passed.
Man, fucking kids. Is it his kids selling them?
His 2 sons, who now run the business, are going to be selling. Well,
Cash
I mean,
grab.
you know, I mean, they still run the business though. So Ed Brown's stuff's still for sale. They're still selling the name of
I know.
his guns, but
It's like your kids. When you die, they'll be like, fucking, they make more money at a lemonade stand.
damn.
But yeah, so sad day. Did any of us have Ed Brown in the Deadpool?
No, unfortunately not. And I had fucking Jimmy Carter, and he's still alive, by the way.
Damn it. It's crazy.
Unreal, right? Like,
Yeah.
he was on death's doorstep in fucking December, and it's like August.
Looks like the
Well, you know,
Chris-
there's always next
November.
week.
right. Question from Garen in the chat, just out of curiosity, how did X-Tech get that name? Jeremy, what'd you say?
I think I sent a response, but sorry, I'm just confirming the code for the peeps. But yeah, X is toughest letter in the alphabet, if anyone's wondering. Tech for company based in technology. And I couldn't have the domain xtech.com because someone's used it for his personal email domain use and wouldn't sell it to me. So I ended up as Xtech Tactical.
Oh my God.
That's
I made $5,000 selling a domain name once.
I mean, this guy, honestly, if this guy's listening, I would give you 25 grand tomorrow. Just hand over the fucking domain. And I'm not
And-
even a baller. It's just
and he just-
X-Tech Tactical sounds like Tic Tac Tactical. Like, just let me make it easy for people and just be X-Tech.
That son of a
I'm
bitch.
so far in, you know.
He's gonna lose it someday.
Well, it's like
Do you-
John Huang's gonna now go snipe it from him and then like sell it to me for 50 on payments at 29% interest.
Son of a bitch.
Such a jerk.
Yeah, WLS's life is the X-Tech tactical code. Yeah, so
I confirm
anyway.
like 10% off. It works.
yeah, Ed Brown, sad. So Now it's time to do some news. I have a ton of stories. We're not going to get to them all. I won't make you guys sit through all of them, but I do have some interesting one. So
Jesus, there's a lot of
Puerto
news stories
Rico
here.
shifted from may issue to shall issue firearm permits on January 1st, 2020. Now, real quick, good Jeremy, what do you think happened? Crime exploded, murders were up, the sky is falling, everything happened?
I think it's all combined. It just makes perfect sense to me. I believe everything.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. Nothing happened, actually. The number of legally owned firearms rose significantly. The homicide rate decreased slightly over the same period. And again, correlation and causation. I'm not saying that that's why. But yeah, they went from may issue to shall issue, and more people had guns, and that's just a better overall thing for society.
I agree.
In Waianae, Hawaii, a resident defended his home by fatally shooting an armed attacker who had killed 3 people and was threatening more lives with a front loader. The incident, fuck is a front loader? The incident underlines a role of armed defenders.
It's like a bulldozer.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Makes
like
a
an
lot of sense.
excavator type. Heavy equipment.
We need
medium
heavy equipment control.
Yeah.
Now, even though Hawaii has really strict gun laws, the media basically was forced to admit that it was a good thing that this guy had a gun and ended the threat. But now you're in a place that's rabidly anti-gun, and they say that the Second Amendment doesn't exist in Hawaii because the spirit of aloha, whatever that means. Like, I get it. I understand what the spirit of aloha is, but clearly Hawaii is in the United States and they have to obey our rules, and their Supreme Court's a piece of shit. But when you do that in Illinois or California or New York or Massachusetts or Connecticut or Washington State or Oregon, these places where people hate freedom and hate firearms, like, you really need to pay attention, because even though the media said that this is probably a good thing overall, like, they would absolutely attack this guy if he made even one simple mistake. So, you know, have a plan in action and have coverage. Second Call Defense, fantastic for that. WeLikeShooting.com/SCD. Government's latest censorship banning your favorite gun accessories. U.S. authorities recently seized 355 websites linked to the illegal sale of suppressors and machine gun conversion kits, aka Glock switches. The operation highlights ongoing global smuggling issues from China, especially, where devices are misrepresented to avoid customs scrutiny. We all know that this happens. Like, you can literally order a Glock switch off of Temu or Wish or whatever the hell the websites are called these days. But 355 of these websites shut down, and I guarantee that the feds have every single person who's ordered it. So don't be a moron and order dumb shit from dumb places, I think, is my point here.
So what do you think? I mean, besides that, do you think you angry about this?
No.
Okay, just asking.
I mean, I don't care, right? These are clearly honeypots. I don't think the government seized them as much as they just shut down their own websites.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, it's not.
So they set them up just to catch people, and they're like, "Oh, we shut them down. Look what we've done."
I think so. And I think some of them actually legitimately sold things, but I've actually heard from a couple different people that ordered dumb shit like that, or read it, I guess, online more, and that they didn't even work. So, like, imagine putting yourself at risk for something like that doesn't even work. Like, dumb. Stop being stupid.
If you can't pay cash and see it works in person, why would you even think about it? I don't understand.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, machine guns are cool, but, like, don't put your whole future at jeopardy for something so silly.
And if you get a link tomorrow, listeners, and it says from Sean Heron at We Like Shooting, click this link to get access to my exclusive Glock tricky switch. Don't click it.
No,
Just don't
definitely
do it.
click it. Definitely click it. I said don't be stupid, not don't support WLS.
Three low payments of $39.95.
It's very simple. It's gonna be crazy. The Massachusetts Supreme Court is reviewing cases involving the rights of New Hampshire residents to carry firearms in Massachusetts, challenging the state's potentially burdensome laws on non-residents. So it could have national implications for reciprocity. And I mean, clearly this is kind of a big one, I think. But yeah, who knew that the states that literally founded our country would become the biggest bitches?
It's kind of like everything moves. Okay, Sean. So think of it as a glacier. So the front of the glacier is where it started, and freedom just moved across the land, and the tail end of the glacier is where freedom is ending, and it just keeps moving. So, freedom has just moved away from there.
Yeah, I think you're right. But how come I think if your state is within like 2 hours of the ocean, that it does something to like warp and make your brain stupid.
It's all that crap. It's all the fucking sea bugs they eat.
Salt water, yeah. I think salt water makes you stupid.
I think it's the sea bugs.
Sea bugs. Oh, you're talking about like crabs and lobsters. And
Yeah, fucking big old cockroaches of the ocean.
You're such a fucking weirdo.
Dude, they're bugs. They're insects that live underwater, and people eat them, and they're like, I don't eat fucking bugs. Yeah, you do. Fucking sea bugs. That's what they are. That's all they are.
X-Tech Jeremy, do you like seafood?
I do enjoy
Me too.
seafood. I can't eat much of it because of the chronic gout, but I enjoy it, the flavor
It's so
of it.
good.
Yeah, you like bugs. That's all I'm saying. You like bugs. Because
But I would not eat. I don't eat shrimp poop though. I don't do fried shrimp. I only do shrimp where I can make sure they're cleaned out. I won't just chow after the shrimp strip, whatever they call it.
Yeah. The poop tube.
Yeah, the poop shoot for sure. But the whole thing is like you like it because you douse it in butter and garlic, right? I mean, you don't need just fucking. That's how they serve most.
I'll eat a shrimp with cocktail sauce. I'll eat a shrimp by
Cocktail
itself.
sauce. Yeah, I mean, I can't now, but I did. I'm with Sean. I do it.
Yeah, they're fucking amazing. And you know what? Sometimes you're going to get a little poop. I eat ass. Like, what am I? I'm not complaining about a little shrimp.
Yeah, bugs.
Aaron, that pause could have went on so much longer. You should just let that sit. Why just?
I mean, I fucking didn't
we
want
had
to touch
another
the
10 seconds there of just I eat ass. We have 10
cook.
more seconds of runway there.
Let it cook.
Learn how to hold it.
A letter to House Committee Chairman Rep. James Corner seeks clarification on the FBI's authority to use NICS system for processing ammunition transfers in New York State, which does not align with existing federal law that addresses firearms transfers. The inquiry emphasizes concerns over potential agency overreach and self-delegation of power, indicating that the push for transparency reflects broader issues within the gun regulatory environment. California uses I don't remember what their Department of Justice system is for background checks and stuff like that, but New York is actually using the federal resource, which jams up the federal resource, which makes our actual necessary background checks take longer often and runs up the stats. Jeremy, how often do you get like long response times from NICS?
What do you mean long response times?
Like, do you ever have long response times from NICS?
Well, it either researches or proceeds or denies. Like,
well, I don't know because I don't get to use NICS because I have a layer.
It completely depends on the person. Some people always research for a while and then get approved. Some people get proceed right away, and we've had people get denied right away. We've had people research for a while and get denied. We have people that get delayed like one of my customers was a trucker. He's like in his fucking 90s, and he just retired like 5-6 years ago. And so he was a truck driver way back in the 70s, and he'd always get delayed, always get it delayed, always get delayed. And then when Ohio did the CCW as an exemption to NICS, I told him to get a CCW so he wouldn't get delayed all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him, I said, why do you get delayed all the time? I'm like, there's usually something there. Usually it's like a DUI or a drunken public or disorderly conduct. Like there's something on your record that they have to like sort through, and that's why you always get delayed. And he goes, oh, 1973, I killed a guy.
Jesus.
And I'm like, what? And he goes, I didn't go to jail for it. It was justified. And so he told me a story about being a truck driver, and back in the 70s, dudes were like hijacking semi trailers and shit like that. And he goes, so even though we weren't allowed to, we all carried guns. And he's like, I was sleeping in a truck lot outside Chicago, and I heard somebody, jostling my passenger side door. He goes, so I woke up out of the sleeper cabin, stuck that 45, between the seats, pointed at the door. And when the door opened up, there was a dude standing there with a crowbar in his hand and another guy with a handgun. He goes, so the guy with the handgun got a bullet right in his chest, and the guy with the crowbar got a couple fired at him as he was turned tail and ran away.
Jeez.
And he goes, I winged the second guy, and the first guy, I put a round right through his heart, and he just dropped. So you're talking, spinal, structural plus heart, and then like he clipped the dude in like the shoulder or something. And they came and investigated. Well, back in the day, it wasn't considered a self-defense shooting. It was considered homicide. It was just justifiable.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he still had this justifiable homicide on his record. So when he would, and that was like a thing that stayed there, I guess, back in the day. And it just never went away. So every time he tried to buy a gun from that point on, he would get delayed because he did have a homicide on his record. It was just considered a justifiable homicide.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man. Would a UPenn help with that? Probably not, right?
Probably a little bit, but he got a CCW, and then we didn't have a fucking problem after that.
That makes sense. Attorneys representing the Second Amendment Foundation and its partners in 2 different federal court challenges of gun and magazine bans in Delaware have petitioned the U.S. Supreme Court for certiorari, asking the court to rule whether an infringement of Second Amendment rights constitutes per se irreparable injury, as it does in many First Amendment cases. Can you imagine that if basically the government is found infringing on your Second Amendment rights, that then you suffer irreparable injury? And, it comes along with that, lawsuits and all kinds of money coming your way.
And they're a 17 round state is that both pistol and rifle?
Let's see. I
know it's pistol. I think it's just all. Yeah.
This is Gray versus Attorney General of Delaware and Graham versus Attorney General of Delaware. And it was like a split circuit opinions. So I know nothing about the East Coast really.
They better hurry up, man.
With
getting this through the Supreme Court, because there's going to be I think there's going to be change on the horizon.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's nothing on the Supreme Court for a reason right now. I mean, the Dems don't want to go in there. I mean, it's black and white. If it did, right, the present tense today, it wouldn't be good for them. So it's just a whole game to push it all the way up and don't push it anymore. I mean, as a magazine manufacturer, it's been obvious to us for years that's play.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. So anyway, the writ of certiorari looking for the Supreme Court to rule on the split circuit decisions. So the Department of Justice today released a letter.
Jeremy, then I'm impressed.
It's definitely not. Is that Diet Dr. Pepper?
No, it's water.
Oh, water. It would have been cool if it was booze. I am drinking out of my bottle that's almost gone because for some reason I have no glasses anywhere near me, but also alcoholic.
Sounds like a poor thing. You're poor, can't afford glasses.
Department of Justice, for whatever reason, released a letter. Let me say this. The Nashville school killer, how many months was it that they didn't release her manifesto? Years?
Wasn't it last year?
Nashville school.
Yeah, so Aubrey Hale was the piece of shit's name, but had a manifesto, trans, and literally they have just now released a couple pages, and it's been like well over a year. Well,
March 27th to 23, yeah.
Yeah, 20, yeah. So the second attempted Trump assassin, the Department of Justice today released a note from him that was sent to someone he knows. And in the note, he literally says, if you're reading this, I failed, yada, 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 but the job needs to be done. And I will pay a bounty of $150,000 to whoever does it. So days after this guy is going to attempt to assassinate Trump, the DOJ releases this letter, which is just basically a bounty. Do you guys find that interesting?
Well, I find it interesting that he'd be able to pay somebody. He's in
Right.
jail.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, X-Tech Jeremy, do you think that this is like a clear and blatant call to action that the DOJ releases this, especially when we know nothing about the Las Vegas Harvest Festival shooter? We know barely anything about the manifesto from the Nashville school shooter. And here we are like 3 days later releasing a pretty inflammatory letter. Does it just strike you as like, what the fuck?
Totally. You're just like, what's really happening? I mean, I feel like I went to one of, Sean Puff Daddy's parties and I just don't even know why or what.
Okay,
Can't
Sean,
make
I'm
sense of it.
going to disagree with you on this.
That dude is 100% a Fed.
I'm going to disagree with you because when the first assassination attempt on former President Trump happened, everybody came down really hard on both the FBI and the Secret Service for not releasing any information. So the fact that they're releasing information is probably a result of them saying, they want all the information out as much as possible because of what happened after the first one, which was so tight-lipped of everything that happened. Now, in regards to the other stuff, I agree with you. That shit should come out right away, but it's apples and oranges, I think, because one was a school shooter and one was an assassination attempt on a president.
I disagree. I still think we know very little about Crooks, the first attempted assassin. We have pieced together a bunch. And second of all, you mentioned the FBI and the Secret Service, and maybe if they had released information, I would feel a little bit differently, but it's the Department of Justice releasing information. It seems very uneven in the openness and honesty and transparency coming from the government. And
Bless you.
It feels a little bit more sinister, I think, than a lot of the other stuff, because we still know nothing about the case with the Vegas Harvest Festival shooter.
Right, that's messed
know
up.
Very little about the Nashville shooter, but here we are with like a letter that says, "I'll pay $150,000 to whoever does the job." That doesn't add up, man. They hide information and then don't.
I feel like you're and I feel like you're grasping at straws here. I think you're making implications or inferring something that doesn't actually really mean anything.
I will say that about 98% of the internet agrees with me.
Okay.
I was reading about it today and people are like shocked that they would release that specifically so quickly.
Okay. I mean, 98% of the internet, that's a lot of the internet, Sean. You were on all of that.
I was on the free parts.
That's pretty impressive, but I'll take your word for it. I mean, I'm on 0% of the internet, so
Jeremy, what do you think?
I mean, to me, it's whatever they're willing to share with us is not. There's a reason for it. So I think it's impossible to have any alertness about what's happened in the last 10 years and not end up in some land of what would prior to 10 years ago be considered conspiracy theory. So like you're just, whenever they give you something, you have to almost pause and go, why? It's like, a stranger walking up and going, here's $5,000. Like you're going to pause and go, like, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like any of us here, I mean, I don't know if but I would imagine any of us here, if some stranger walked up and offered you $5,000, you'd almost go like, back up, dude, I'm good. Like that would be your impulse. So I think that's where you're coming from with what you're saying is, and I don't disagree. I mean, I just go, okay, you're setting up 400 yards away with an AK. You're setting up 120 yards away with a, 1X non-magnified red dot. Like, what am I missing here? That's the only thing holding me back from going, this is totally planted and totally, it's like, but also Amazon makes the dumbest rules possible about what you can sell on Amazon. So, true. Seems like the bad dudes don't think to recruit a gun guy, if you will.
MK Ultra worked too well, and now they're all retarded.
right. Fair. No, I think there's like, how do you not think that they're up to something? Is where I think I'll validate your point, Sean. Like I think it's impossible to not feel like what are you really up to?
Yeah, and it just seems so weird, like the things they choose to release. Like we've had Senate hearings for the first attempted assassin, where just all kinds of crazy information has been presented under duress and under oath, and then suddenly the Department of Justice is like, "Here, have all this shit for free." You don't
right.
need to
it's like someone
right,
drops
after the first case.
Well, it's like someone drops a hot thing of French fries at McDonald's and someone's like on paid leave, but like Secret Service, like, you know, a former president and future president, you know, would have died if the guy had the right equipment, and no one's even on paid leave for what, like 3 weeks
Right.
after. Like, it's
Yeah.
just like, what are you doing?
Well,
What are
okay,
we
wait,
missing?
that's not true, Jeremy. The head of the Secret Service has resigned, so it's not like no one got no one.
Deservedly.
Well,
no
I
one-
mean, that was a
I
that was
mean-
a choice she made.
Right, but she was out anyhow. Let's be honest. You know,
She
I
was.
mean,
Yeah, but I'm saying the first like direction by a supervisor, by a powering agency, she resigned voluntarily. The first mandated action from the agency took 3 weeks, as I recall.
Right.
Am I
right,
wrong?
right.
there? The
Obviously,
first, like,
people in power are going to cling to power, right? So I mean, she wasn't going to give it up voluntarily, and I don't think she quit voluntarily either. I think she was pushed
Correct.
out.
I agree with that.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm
She
saying the
should've
other
been
people there that failed, all the letdowns, the people didn't show up to the briefing, like no one was even on paid leave. It was just like, oh, the assistant director's like, no one's on leave. Like, we're not doing anything. It's just, I don't know. It causes when you suddenly go, here you go, here's a nice Easter basket. You're just like, what are you?
That's
really
that's
done?
kind of what I'm talking about. I'm like keeping a lot of things close to the vest, and then suddenly, like for some reason, now we're super open about things.
well, I think after the whole Senate hearings, you know, everyone's going to be like, "Oh shit, look how much trouble they got in. Let's give as much information as we can, or let's start putting information out so we don't get fucking called in front of Congress and have to explain what we did or didn't do."
I'll tell you what I'd rather have.
I mean, but Aaron, who's afraid of Congress? Like, think about how many times Zuckerberg's got his head taken off by some Republican congressman, and what's ever happened to Zuckerberg? He buys another fucking island.
Right, because he's a billionaire and he pays
Yeah,
off.
no one-
He pays off.
No one
he's either
fears
paying off-
Congress.
Okay, the people who work for the government fear Congress because that's who pays them. So you're talking about political appointees who are being called to the carpet. Those are the ones who fear them.
Okay. Thank you for your opinion. Donald Trump implores gun owners to vote. They don't vote in a proportion that they should. We've been seeing these numbers actually quite a bit, that hunters and gun owners are not voting. And X-Tech Jeremy, I'm interested to hear your opinion on why you think that might be.
I mean, I grew up in Michigan. I live in Arizona, which is, you know, the birthplace of the Union, or like a headquarters for the Union that became a swing state. Both, you know, states move in opposite directions. It's interesting to hear when I talk to folks that acknowledge they don't vote, that tell me they're in alignment with my views. In Arizona, you know, folks that are conservatives, it feels like in a 5-year period, they're like, we're going to win for sure. Or maybe 2 election cycles. Let's go 8, right? Or 9, right? It's 2 presidential elections. It goes from, we're going to win for sure, so I don't need to vote. And then it goes to, you know, I meant to vote. I didn't realize I should have voted. And then it goes to, we're going to lose, so I might as well not vote. Like, and it's just lazy. I just think Americans are innately lazy for the most part. And I love to align with the people that aren't, if I'm being honest.
I agree. And this kind of infuriates me. So Trump specifically said, you know, it's an interesting thing. Evangelical Christians, they tend not to vote very much. If they did, you'd never lose. Gun owners don't vote, meaning they don't vote in a proportion that they should. Very small numbers vote. The gun owners have to get out and vote. And this is infuriating because the gun owners that don't go vote will be the first ones screaming on the internet when X, Y, or Z happens. And like, that's super infuriating to me.
We have
Say that again, Jeremy.
we have voter registration papers on the counter at the shop. Like,
I love
That's
it.
a great thing. Yeah. But Jeremy, X-Tech Jeremy, I think you nailed it right on the head in that it's like, oh, we have it in the bag. I'm not going to vote. Oh, we have no chance. So why bother voting?
Yep.
And both of those, if you're one of those people and you're hearing my voice right now, stop being a fucking pussy.
Mhm.
Like that is what you are.
Mhm.
And if you lose your gun rights and you don't exercise the right to vote, then you deserve everything that came to you.
Yeah.
And that sucks because I don't deserve that. And Aaron Krieger does not deserve that.
Well, and even if what you
I
see in the
don't.
mirror, is that human watching, right? Or hearing this or like talking to someone or in your circles, even if you look in that mirror and you go, that person I see back isn't like enough to motivate me. It's for the kids that you say you want to have. If you choose to have kids, you're like, by not voting, you're putting them in a situation that they didn't choose. And so, I mean, our Constitution is the only reason our country even it still exists to this day, in my opinion, like with any meaning. So if we're not going to defend that, then it's not just about you. Is my point. It's about your offspring and their offspring, and go vote or don't watch We Like Shooting, because no one wants you here anyway if you don't vote.
I do feel like that. Now, Garen in the YouTube chat said, "What if you believe the system is broken and you refuse to participate in a broken system?" I think I have felt that way. I get it. I understand. But you can't possibly be so fucking naive that you truly think that's the case. Oh, well, I don't participate in a broken system. Well, guess what, motherfucker? Everyone who hates everything you stand for does.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. That's an excellent virtue signal. Like, I get it. I understand. I'm not trying to be hard on you. But everyone who hates you and everything that you stand for and everything that you believe in will be there fucking voting. And that's cool if you want to just take the high road. But I'm telling you that you're a fraud and you're lazy and you don't actually care about the things that you say you care about. And you're fucking it up for the rest of us.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I get it. There's plenty of excuses you can find. And there's a reason none of the four of us look like Michael Phelps. We're wearing t-shirts for a reason. We can find excuses as to not do the things that would make us look like Phelps. But voting's a more permanent thing. To me, it's about more than you. It's about the those around you. Just go. Even if you convinced that your vote's not going to be turned in and it's going to be cheated, you still got to. It's one of those things you just got to still do it. It takes 3 hours of your life every 4 years. Like just go do it.
Yeah. And Garen, to be clear, I felt that you were playing devil's advocate. I wasn't specifically saying that to you. I was saying it to the people out there who say that stupid stuff. And I have voted for a libertarian president. And I feel that I'm very naive for doing so. I voted for Gary Johnson. Fucking what a weird thing to do. And then he turned out to be just a crazy fucking weirdo. And I'll never waste my vote again, because I do realize that it's right against wrong, good against evil. And that's just the simple fact. Like, I don't like the country that we have today. And there's a lot of different reasons for it. I'm not saying it's the president. In fact, I believe that the president has very little power. And I think that right now we're in a historical moment in time where we realize that the president has no power. But a strong president, I think, could. And I think strong presidents in the past have. So I don't know. Jeremy Paz, Derek, you got any thoughts on this?
Yeah, but none I can say. My legal team has advised me not to say in public.
Legal team.
That's fair. Aaron Krieger, I would also like to hear your opinion. I really, truly do.
I think we need to get out and vote. Fucking your voice matters. Just sitting on the sidelines serves no purpose whatsoever and actually diminishes our ability to make change and for the betterment. And when you don't vote, when you don't think your vote counts, or you don't think it helps, it doesn't. You're right. It doesn't help if you don't fucking do anything. That's all I gotta say.
And not to be one of those people, but if I find out that like my friends don't vote, and here's the thing, I don't fucking care who they vote for. If they vote for Kamala, whatever his name is, like, I don't care who they vote for, but like, take part in the process, because it's unprecedented times. And if we don't figure out a way to right the ship, and we are the dudes who need to right the ship, we are the women who need to right the ship, we're the people who still believe in the country that I love so much. And I'm afraid that we're going to lose it. And Plow Guy Dave says, vote no on Colorado Prop 127, which I assume is the trophy hunting or the mountain lion hunting, or all the different things that they're trying to do with the lies that they tell. And he also said, if you don't vote, you can't bitch. And that's the thing. It's like everyone wants to complain on the internet, but like, if I hear you complaining on the internet and you don't vote, I'm going to treat you the way you deserve to be treated, like a little cunt.
You know what you deserve?
Tell me.
If you vote, you deserve fucking good shit like Blue Alpha gear.
Oh. All right. One thing I want everyone to do right now is take out every Blue Alpha Gear product that you're wearing and show it on the camera. Wallet. Belt. Okay. All right. The Jeremy's got nothing.
That's a shame.
It is.
It's an absolute fucking shame.
Aaron, you've got Coyote and you've got the M81 Godsplied wallet.
Yes, sir.
I have the black belt and the multicam black wallet.
Now my pants are falling off.
Same.
I
When I
have
stand up there,
I have basketball shorts and a t-shirt.
Fucking nailed it.
Sounds like your problem, not mine.
Like, why would I have a fucking belt and like it's fucking midnight and I want to go to bed?
Oh, yeah, fair. Let's start to wrap this up. But Blue Alpha, whether it's holding your pants up or holding your gun down, they do all that stuff. The Battle Belt Light, literally one of my favorite things. Their new mag pouches that they released are the best ones that I have. I moved from STAC to the Blue Alpha mag pouches because they are that good. I can put Jeremy's magazines in the mag pouches, which is very important to me. It's one of those good things. BlueAlphaBelts.com, coupon code 10WLS24 saves you 10% off. We're going to wrap this up right about now, and it's time for Jeremy Posderick to read some reviews. Oh, no. I just read the first review, and I wish that this wasn't happening.
5 stars from John Doe. Doe spelled like bread dough. I'm working on new lyrics for your AI song. I made sure to mention Aaron. Sean's on the mic with his balls hanging low. Savage is a commie and looks like a big toe. Jeremy's crying. I want to get a stateside. And Nick's colitis makes his SSB go wild. Aaron's got tits and votes Democrat.
First of all, my balls are normal length.
Yeah, 12 inches. He misspelled Democrat, by the way. How do you do that?
Is it weird that your balls are longer than they are circumference?
He did not spell Democrat incorrectly.
It's underlined like it's spelled. Yeah.
It's like a
Oh no, it's
like
not
a water. It's like
There.
a water balloon. It just was, over
I fixed it.
time. will
Yeah,
just
it's not
grow.
capitalized.
Yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't be capitalized. It's Democrat.
Yeah. It's a title, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, they don't deserve it. We're not putting it in the show notes.
5 stars from Uncle Ruckus, my favorite. Carp is not generally considered a good fish to eat. I've run across what I believe is the best carp recipe in the world. Preheat the oven to 200 degrees. Make 2 slices down either side of the carp's backbone. Leave the guts in and the scales on. They both add to the flavor. Then you take some cow or sheep manure, roll it into balls, stuff it into the slit you mean along the fish's back. Put the carp into the oven and turn the temperature up to 350. Bake it for 2 hours like this. When it's done, scoop the balls of manure out, throw away the fish, and eat the manure. I guarantee this will be the most edible carp you've ever tried. You it's one of my favorite reels that me and my buddy always send like fishing reels and memes back and forth on Instagram. And one of the favorite one was like, all these people are keeping underage fish, and then it cuts to that song and it's like, they were all yellow.
Coldplay.
Okay. Well, that's a review that happened.
5 squares, fuck Savage. Oh no, that was
That
from
was
the
from
last
the
one.
previous one, yeah.
5 stars from Poor Ass. Greetings, fucktards. I wasn't going to write a review, but the new Gideon ads are gay. One of the best parts of y'all show was your ad reads. The randomness of the ad reads were awesome. Anyways, money is money. And which one of you killed Savage?
Actually, the Gideon ad reads are part of the Firearms Radio Network, not us. We do
And,
also advertise for Gideon, but that's part of the FRN. They take part in our bump fire ads, and that goes on every single podcast on the entire Firearms Radio Network, including our.
Savage killed himself.
I should.
We didn't kill him.
Yeah, definitely did not. So Jeremy, X-Tech Jeremy, good Jeremy, handsome Jeremy, drunk Jeremy. Dude, what else? Like you've let a lot of shit slip. What else you want to throw to us?
I mean, got the Hellcats Live. be ready. Don't give any more money for Glock magazines to anyone that makes a product you can't stand behind. That's our big focus coming up. But the next short term will be the 365. So
Yes.
if you've ever handled a 17 round magazine in the XL or standard frame, it doesn't feel good in your hand. This solves it for you. So yeah, lots of stuff, man. I mean, really, at the end of the day, we're doing a lot of fun. We're mixing some fun in, a lot of serious stuff, but I think we'll have 15 grip adapters out. So these are products that slide on a magazine for clarity, look like this. And then they give you a great grip with the longer mag and the shorter frame. This is for the Glock 26 15 round. Here's the 17 round.
Damn.
So yeah, we'll do those as complete magazines coming up. We're doing those as just the adapters. We're doing them as 10 15s, 10 17s. So lots of cool stuff, man. I'm really excited for it. I might actually make things in a color that's not black. I don't. It's hard for me, but maybe. I don't know.
All right. It's cool, man. I love that you guys are growing so much, and I'm super stoked to see all the new stuff coming out. It's pretty exciting. I've probably heard of some of it, but even some stuff tonight surprised me.
We're making a Walther product. I heard Walther made it. Where is it? The PD? What is it for? Let me see. I know we're making one. It's for the Walther PDPC.
Jeez. So you are
I know.
making Walther stuff.
A Walther thing once. That might be like the shirt I like have when I retire. He made a Walther thing once.
I like it.
I don't.
Freaking awesome. Yeah, that's killer. xtechtactical.com, and that's XTECH tactical.com. Coupon code WLS's life. If you want some of them fancy gloves, go to welikeshooting.com/dashboard and either leave a review or a Dear WLS question. It's your choice. Good, Jeremy. Of those 3 reviews, we give away a prize every single week. So pick one of those dudes to get a prize.
I mean, it's absolutely idiotic, but as a fisherman, and I also like the carp moron gets a prize. And I think a man who thinks in that way deserves nothing other than a rotten banana clip. It's a magazine that's wrongly called a clip. And it's really ugly. And so I think that's what he needs. So we just need to know if he's in a 10 round state or a 30 round. And
All right.
that Carp Man can get an ugly mag. That's what we can do.
I love it. All right. Uncle Ruckus, email automated at welikeshooting.com. You will get the rotten banana mag from X-Tech Tactical. You will get
It's not a mag, it's a clip.
You will get the rotten banana clip from X-Tech Tactical. You will get a swag pack from WLS. And for everyone else who wants to win cool shit, welikeshooting.com/dashboard. Click on the stuff. Join Gunners of America. Jeremy, do you like GOA?
I do. I love GOA. We actually shared the first time GOA ever had a booth at an event was I gave them half my booth at Red October. So go way back.
That's
Yeah,
killer.
they're all about fucking stealing booze over at GOA.
No, that was that was at the GOA event when somebody stole our booth, and then we got a new booth and they stole our chairs.
Yes.
Wait, you had a booth? I didn't know you had a booth.
We,
Wow. 'Cause we
we
did.
had a booth, and then some ugly bitch stole it.
Oh,
Just set up in our booth that said Firearms Radio Network. It was a whole thing.
that's offensive.
It was. I was like, "Are you really that dumb? Are you really?" Because Firearms Radio Network is a lot different from Gun Freedom Radio. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know who she was, but we'll find out.
Yeah, not a huge fan. Join the Gun Cult, theguncult.com. Jeremy, pause, Derek. This is my Bowers Group War Dog K9.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you have in yours?
First 9S.
So if you're looking for great suppressors and cans, go to bowersgroup.com and just give Tom a call. He'll help you pick out the good stuff. Suicide prevention line, dial 988 from your phone. Listen, if you hurt yourself, the liberals win, and we don't want that. So 988, do what you need to do. I know a ton of our listeners over the years have called and used it when times are bad, and they're still fucking around right now. So stick around, hang out. We can't be losing listeners to dumb shit like that. I promise. I guess at this point, there's nothing else to say. Aaron, what do we always say at the end of the show?
Oh, we say the same thing every time we say at the end of the show, Sean.
What do we say?
We say that I closed the show notes already. So we say, I'll tell you what we say. We say, I remember always prefer dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery. We'll see you next time.
We love you. Goodbye.
I like you. We're good friends. And goodbye.
Are you ready to put up the credits?
When you play the music.
Sean, Aaron, and Jeremy, too. Savage and Nick.
Well done, sir.
To you, talking guns and having fun. Shooting, we're out of control, son. We like shooting, we love the sound. Crazy times all around. From the range to the podcast show.